Hey kids, welcome back to Rob Dread Hotspots, and welcome to the continuation of my Songs of Six game that I started yesterday, which was unfortunately interrupted because I had to do work stuff. Basically, it happens, and it may happen again, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. I wanted to continue on this city because just noticed in the patch notes today that there's been a bug fix or something like that, and that this is going to be the last beta patch before this current version goes to a stable release, which means that we'll get to play the city, and then after that point, the save file won't be usable. That's just part of the one of the disadvantages of playing the beta version and stuff like that. But the game is being worked on. And things are improving and stuff like that, so it's actually it's cool to play different versions of the game. Usually when there's a new version, I kind of want to start a new city anyway to see how things are balanced and stuff like that, but we'll see how far we're able to get today, and we might have a chance to play the city again another day depending on when that next release happens. Well, I'm not too worried about it. So just looking over what we built yesterday, we've got I started a little town here with a big pasture, and we've got a little carpenter and a tailor here. I think we overbuilt the pasture. I think that's partly why I had sort of trouble getting through the first winter. But now everything's kind of stabilized. We've got plenty of food, stockpiles of wood and stone and stuff like that. We have a small clay pit over here, and we have some farms here that are gonna basically grain. Am I storing grain? Yeah, I am. Okay. And we've got a grain farm here. So our population is 30, and because we hit 30 population yesterday, if we go to this status menu here, we can see that we got to the leader rank, basically. And the leader rank gives us a little boost to happiness and access to training grounds, archery ranges, and gatehouses, all of which are pretty essential to defense. So there's kind of two things that we're going to want to start thinking about right away. Well, first of all, because we've got this grain coming in, it's probably worth it to build a bakery. We start with the technology for bakery at the beginning of the game. I don't know why there's no music. Is this like something's fucked up here? Or maybe it's just going to start once I start the game or something? I don't know. Hopefully the music will play. Otherwise, I might just exit and start the game again. It loads pretty fast, so either way. Okay, we can stop harvesting this grain here. Wait, I need delete job. Get rid of those jobs there. And yeah, we've also got, we've got 2 warehouses, which is good for now. We're definitely going to need a big central warehouse or something, maybe a granary for the grain or something like that. We'll need to have kind of specialized warehouses around the map. Logistics are very important in this game. I'm going to look at our services too. I moved all of our services here so that they're kind of reachable by everything. So yeah, a couple things we should start doing right away. We should start by building a bakery. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. Have I got housing for Dondorians? Yeah, I do. I have 1 house there for Dondorians. Okay. We're going to want Dondorians to work in the bakery. They're the best craftspeople, and bakery is kind of considered crafting in this. No, refining, I guess. Yeah, okay. So let's grab a bakery here. We don't need a very big bakery. It's probably worth building it somewhat close to the grain. Maybe we can put it, looking at where the wood is on this map. There's lots of wood up here, lots of wood over here. We could clear a spot for it. Maybe right here so that it's reasonably close to the grain farm. I don't want to go too big here. I'm gonna build a lot of things kind of small because we may end up kind of completely reorganizing the space in the city at some points. See here, I don't know how small I should go here. Well, maybe quite small. Actually, wait. Put it up against the warehouse here. There we go. So we're using the same, we're sharing the same wall. And I'm going to stick a small oven in there. So that we actually need more than 1 little, maybe 2. Not a bad idea to make the bakery slightly bigger. Just because it'll allow us to scale up food production, which is obviously going to be pretty important. Needs 1 of those, a little bit of storage. again, we're going to want to scale all this stuff up pretty quickly, frankly. That's about the smallest bakery we can make, actually. Okay, put a door there, just one door for now. And we're building it out of wood. We could start building out of stone. Humans actually prefer stone, but I think we're going to go with wood for now because I don't think there's a lot of stone on this map, and I don't really want to start relying on a kind of unreliable stone supply. There's a fair amount of stone that we can pick up off the ground, but I think the stone deposit, which is, where is it? Where's the stone deposit? There was a deposit on the map. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's a stone deposit here. It's really not very good. We're probably going to have to mine it anyway and just get not particularly good yields, but yeah, it's not the best. So if we start building out of stone, we have to use stone to maintain all our buildings, and it's just going to be kind of a constant drain on our resources. We may end up having to buy stone at some point. How many odd jobbers do I have? 6, and they are, I'm just going to look here, 6 humans. Okay, we'll get the humans to build stuff. Oh, there's the music. As soon as I started the game, I adjusted the game sound, made it a little bit louder because I was listening to the other stream and it seemed a little bit too quiet. But you know, someone will let me know if it's not balanced well. We've got bakery here with 5 bakers. I'm gonna maybe go down to 2 bakers for now, just for now. We're gonna want to put a little bit more housing over here for them. Of course, they could just live over here and walk to the bakery, but no, it's better if we actually build housing. So we can actually just build that right in there. Might as well kind of get into the habit of sort of connecting everything by road right away. All right, so just do something like this, and then that, like that. Maybe we'll just go right around the building here. They've got lots of options to get around. Keeping my roads kind of skinny so that we don't have to maintain wide avenues, basically. Okay, let's make that Dondorian housing a sign. I don't know why I have a homeless person. Usually it's because they just haven't found a home yet. Citizen Dondorian. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now, I want to get some more Dondorians, actually. So let's grab 2. That's perfect. And they should get priority to work in the bakery. Yep. Okay, so 2 Dondorian bakers. We're going to start getting bread. Let's stick a bread crate here. Just diversifying our food supply as much as possible. One of the good things about harvesting grain is that, first of all, they tend to be very efficient farms. They produce, you know, even more than the other farms. And then also grain keeps longer than fruit or vegetables. So if you have a bad harvest because of a drought or something like that, you're able to keep the grain. And, you know, it's never a bad idea to stockpile huge amounts of grain. You very little of it spoils, and it can really get you out of a fix. We can always, you know, scale up and get some more bakers and, you know, bake the grain from the previous harvest if we have a bad harvest one year. So not a bad idea. I also think we should expand this fruit farm because right now we're sitting on 50 days of food. So I'm going to just take this farm here, and we're not even going to work the whole field yet, but we're just going to expand it because as the population grows, when we expand farms, they kind of go out of commission for a while. And I'm going to expand it to the maximum extent here just along the coast, keeping the fertility, keeping the fertility at about 90% or so. And there we go. So that's just kind of doubling the size of that farm. And we'll maybe add a farmer to it if we need to. But that way, at least, we're doing this while we're sitting on a surplus of food and we're not trying to expand this farm, you know, while we're relying on its output. Because you can see it's actually sitting idle now while they're modifying it. So I could have just built a second farm, but I prefer to have one farm. It's just easier to micromanage, basically, to have fewer buildings that are... Do I have an extra Crotonian, actually? I think I do. Let's grab one more Crotonian. There we go. And how many grain farmers do we have? I think 5, right? Yeah, that's fine. We'll 5 fruit farmers, 5 grain farmers, the bakers. So I think we're pretty good for food supply for now. Next up, we're going to start thinking about defense. Now, we don't have the technology to build. What we're going to want to do is get a bower. You know, it's funny. I didn't think that this was like a real word, but it is a real word, and it is not pronounced Boyer or Bowyer or whatever. It's pronounced Bauer, just like the German last name. So yeah, and it's someone who makes bows. So I'm gonna focus on making bows first. Bows require wood and leather. And wood and leather are going to require some, and to build it, we're going to actually require a little bit of metal too. So we don't have the technology to do metalworking, and we don't have the resources to do metalworking. We would need to go and start a coal mine and an ore mine. We have very good deposits of both of those resources, but it's a little bit labor intensive, I think. We're going to have to dig into this mountain, so I might just buy some metal to start. And then once we've got our defenses up, then I'll start to think about you know, whether we can take some of our labor supply and start moving it towards producing metal, because it's going to be a fairly labor intensive process at first. And it's all about, you know, this early game. The early game part of this is all about balancing, you know, the things you need to produce with your food supply. You know, if you're building an army, you're going to need to have enough of an excess food supply to feed, you know, because your army are sort of not really productive workers, right? They're just kind of training and sitting and waiting for you to be attacked. So definitely need to consider all those things. So a good first step would be to we're going to have to get some research going. So we can go to there's some civic stuff we could be building here, like an eatery. We could also build a lavatory. This stuff will make everyone happier. But I don't necessarily think we need to do that, because everyone's pretty happy as it is. Like no one's really unhappy. So I'm not going to expend resources and labor to make people happier when they're already happy. Just, you know, thinking in terms of, I guess, optimization, not, you know, decency. Okay, so let's start by going into infrastructure here and grabbing laboratory. Laboratory is the first building that we're going to build related to research, and we're going to want our humans to work in the laboratory. And I'm just trying to think where we should put this. We want to put it probably away from any noisy industries and close to some housing for humans. What have we got here? Herders. Okay, so most of the humans seem to be living in this house and that. No, where are the other human housing? Where is it? Let's see here, assign. I can look at this overlay. Oh, I see. I haven't actually signed some of these. There's actually... Okay, well, we'll just assign them as they take over the housing, I guess. These are humans. Yeah, okay. We don't need to assign them either. We can just let them pick their own housing, but because of what I'm doing with a sort of multicultural city, for the time being, it's going to be a little bit better to micromanage this. So I think we're going to want to add another house, and then we're going to want to add a laboratory. Maybe we'll kind of do it over here, because we've kind of got, that's sort of in between all of our major sources of production, in a central location. Once again, we're not going to want to go totally crazy with the size of this thing, because it's going to take a lot of... takes furniture to build these. Let's build it kind of here. I'm just going to play around with the stations and see what makes sense. We're going to go a little bit smaller than this, I think. So let's go for a little laboratory like that. That'll give us, because we're not going to be putting a huge amount of people in. Oops. We're going to be putting a huge amount of people in this laboratory for the time being. Just take a couple doors on this. Going to take 12 furniture. Just keeping our production costs and construction times as low as possible for the time being, so that we can, you know, move along here and get access to as many resources as we can as early as possible. There is some wild grain growing here, but I don't think we're going to bother picking that anymore. We may even just build over it. I don't think it's really necessary. Okay, so now we've got... Going to get some people working in this. Okay, I want to make sure they're all humans because humans are better at research. Yeah, they're all humans. Okay. There we go. So we've got 5 scientists here, and the way science works in this game is really, really interesting. I think it's one of the best tech systems I've ever seen in a game, actually. Basically, your science has like a resting point. So you can see here, as these scientists are working, the science is going to go up. And it's going to go up to a maximum. And we can see that here. We can go here and we can look. There's 5 scientists, so 437 is the maximum science we're going to get. We get a 25% bonus because it's humans working in there, and they're basically smarter. So this goes up to a resting point, and then when we spend science on various technologies, I'll just let it tick up here for a bit so I can actually demonstrate it. When we spend science on technologies, the resting point goes down by the amount that we've allocated. And if we take these workers out of the laboratory, we've got an odd job where we can add another one actually. If we take these workers out of the laboratory, the science will start ticking down towards the lower resting points. And if your science goes into the negative, if it goes significantly into the negative, you can end up actually losing technology. You forget. So in this game, knowledge is kind of like in real life. It's a resource that it's a resource that needs to be maintained. Basically, sort of like at one point we knew how to build pyramids, and then we didn't know how to build pyramids anymore. It's sort of like that, which I think is really interesting. I think it's a really interesting approach to science, and I'm just fucking around with my streaming overlay for a second there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I think it's a really interesting approach to science. Definitely different from, say, a game like Civilization, where science is permanently accumulated. Once you get to a certain point of science, you never kind of go back. And I think that's really interesting when you think about, for example, what the Romans were able to do, and then what the people in the Middle Ages were able to do. And the answer is like they had different skills at different times, and it was not just a linear progression towards, better and better technology, even though to some degree there's been a lot of ebb and flow over history, right? And I think that's a very interesting way of representing science in the game world here. So what we want to do next is we're going to get this Bauer is how you say it. And that requires us to get carpentry basics, which actually gives a 5% bonus to our carpentry, which is great. And then we get the Bauer here. And that way we can start building up a small little garrison of archers. We have the food supply to support. I should increase our storage for bread here and grain because we're kind of maxed out on those right now. Okay, so we're going to want to start producing bows. Probably make a Bauer down here. I think that makes sense. Just gonna grab work here. We're going to go crafting. And we're going to make a similar sized building to these. It's probably about exactly the same size. So we're going to go for very small little Bauer. No, I think it's this one I was using. Yeah, that's good. I could be saving these templates and reusing them, but for now I'm just going to do everything manually just to kind of show you guys how it's done. Those of you who might be watching after the live stream, we'll stick a door there. And I think we're good. Now we're gonna need 30 metal for this, so we're gonna have to figure out how much metal is gonna cost us. I think metal work will be our next goal in terms of technology here. How much is 30 metal gonna cost me? Oh, I think we can afford it. We can just barely afford it. In fact, we're gonna need metal to maintain that building. I guess they use metal tools to make the bows or whatever. And so what we're going to need to do here is sell some excess stuff that we have. I'm going to sell our excess livestock. That's very valuable. And we don't really need the excess for the time being. We'll produce more soon enough. And then I'm also going to sell the opium that we've been collecting. It's very valuable. 65 opium, that's us 1.8k. All right. So this research is going to keep ticking up until it hits the resting point. So 525 minus what we just spent, right? We just allocated 250. So we don't really have much research to play around with right now, but that's okay. We're just going to get the bare minimum. I don't really want to have a huge number of workers doing science. It's just not particularly necessary at the moment. We will do some more science soon. Okay, and then we're going to just wait until that money comes in. Whenever you buy and sell things, it takes time for the kind of trade to happen. We're actually short an odd jobber now. I'm going to authorize maybe 2 more humans to give us some odd jobbers. Make sure that we maintain our science. Yeah, we have a pretty healthy food supply for now. We're definitely going to need more food than that in the long run, but for now... Yeah, I've got my money, so let's buy metal. I'm actually going to buy more than we need, just so that we have a little bit of a stockpile. Yeah, so we'll buy 100. We could go to the closest, or we could go to the cheapest, but it's a lot better to go to cheapest, I think, right now, because we just don't have that much money. And then, do I have a crate here? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that metal will take a second to come in. And let's just do some road building here. I have a hotkey for roads. So yeah, we can do this. Ooh, no. No. Make it smaller, please. There we go. Do this and that. And go diagonally here. There we go. That's perfect. I should probably also connect this up here. Just for kicks. Okay. There we go. We'll just build that road while we're waiting for the metal to arrive. You can actually go to the world map here. Where is it? World map, and this is our little kingdom of Wininia. I need to change that name. Someone in the chat's gonna have to give me a name at some point. And you should be able to see here caravans. There we go. So we can see Erlin Crowns. There's a boat here, and they're carrying our metal. Where's our kingdom again? I don't remember. Not havens. We need a bit of capital. They're actually looks like they're fairly far away. Yeah, we are over here. Yeah, so it's gonna sail. We can actually watch this travel here. Kind of fun. This is our metal coming. And there we go. It's kind of hard. I don't know where it's gone now, but you can sort of see. Where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. It's kind of sailing up this river or gulf or whatever you want to call it. And I think it's arrived, more or less. Or did it go onto land? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's see. We should now, if we go back to our local map here, we should have metal very quickly, very shortly. Anyway, there it is. There it is. It just arrived. Okay. You can see, like, the resources have to travel over the world map to get to you when you're buying them. It's not instant. Okay, so for bowers, we're going to get 2 of these, just like we've done for the other workforces so far. And for bowers, we're going to want, ideally, we're going to want tilapis. So I'm going to grab 2 more tilapis. They are the best at making bows. Or actually, the Dondorians are good at it too, but they like doing it. So we'll get them, might as well give them jobs they enjoy. And why do I only have 1 tilapi doing that? I got to make sure that's going to job priorities here. So priority, excuse me. And let's just see here. We're going to go to Boyers. Oh yeah, they're at 100%. But who else? Let me just see here. We probably just don't have enough of them. 20, 10, and 20. Okay, all right. Well, that makes sense. I don't know why. I guess we'll just get another one. Oh no, I think it's just going to take a second to... Maybe we don't have enough housing for them. No, we should. There we go. We got 2 of them. 2 of them working in the bower, and we're going to allocate a crate to that. So we'll start accumulating bows, and then I think basically right away, while we wait to accumulate bows, which is going to take up fur and wood, we should probably also start building some kind of fortification. Some kind of fortification to defend our you know, defend our immediate vicinity here. I'm not going to go absolutely crazy, but I'm going to just build a small fortification, and we'll be able to expand outside those fortifications later. So we're just going to go with wood because wood is something that we kind of have in abundance, and I'm going to go very, very small here. It's not really going to prevent prevent us from getting attacked, but it will hold off the enemy for a while if we find ourselves in a situation where we're kind of not able to get our troops to where the enemy is right away or something like that. It's just like kind of a minimum. I'm trying to see where it'd be nice to build a wall. Let's go actually for diagonal. I need to make a gatehouse too, so I'm gonna need metal for that. No, give me diagonal. Thank you. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a little bit awkward. Let's just go like this maybe. Oh, I don't want to cut through that. I want to have access to that opium actually. Maybe it's actually worth just building a wall down here right away. One problem is we're gonna have to maintain the gatehouse. Maybe we'll just go a bit smaller. Yeah, let's go like this. Like that. I'm just gonna build a thin wall anyway. Oh, just like that, and then like just try to line this up, and then I'll make some minor adjustments to it afterwards. That way it's close enough to our city here that we're gonna be able to kind of maintain it. Sorry, my phone is making a racket. And then we can build another wall here. Just building a simple single tile sort of fortification. I don't think there's anything we need to go and get up here at all, so this is fine. We'll just kind of wall in this clay deposit there, and this is going to give us lots of room to expand. I don't really think we're going to need to be going up here for anything. Oh, there is the stone up there, so at some point we'll have to expand north. I wonder whether it's even worth building the fortification north of the stone. Could be. Could be worth it. Trying to think. Yeah, the only problem is we're gonna have to start mining that stone. Why don't we wait until we actually start mining the stone? So we're gonna put gatehouses in this wall so that we're able to... I'm just gonna shut... My phone keeps making racket, and I've got to turn that off. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to mute this. There we go. Okay. I'm expecting some kind of food delivery, so that actually might be what they're calling about. I should probably check that. I will in a second. I'll take a break in a second and just check on that. Shouldn't be here yet. Okay. All right. So we're gonna want gatehouses here. Gatehouses require metal, and what they do is they allow you to... They allow your citizens to pass, but they don't allow enemy troops to pass. So we'll do that for now. And I think we're actually going to build some kind of turrets here, just sort of towers that archers can stand in. But for now, let's just get a wall built. This is going to take a lot of wood and a fair amount of metal as well. So we're going to want to start building that right away. If we get attacked, I'm going to get some more tilapies because they're the best archers. So we'll just grab actually 4 more tilapies. Might need some new housing. I want to see, how far does our janitor go down here? Okay, that's perfect. The janitor covers the gatehouse there. We're going to need another janitor over here, actually. Yeah, we definitely need another janitor there. So we may want to actually move our janitor around. Oh, the janitor covers the gatehouse there, too. You don't need to maintain the walls, but you do need to maintain the gatehouse. Yeah, we're going to have to build another janitor. Or just move this one a bit. Kind of surprised it doesn't reach here. Strange. That house is going to start falling apart. How many janitors do I have? 2. All right, well, I'll just build another one right here. More housing going as well. Where am I going to put the tilapies? That house is pretty much full. Weird. I feel like there's... Some of them are not housed, and it's not telling me that yet. So we'll put them... here. I've got a hotkey for housing. Over here for now. We're gonna actually want a little bit more than that, I think. How much do I want? Yeah, I'm gonna need a janitor over here too, so let's put some more housing over here. Maybe not right by the line. They're not gonna like that. There, and we'll put a janitor here. There we go. Tons of square little buildings. Let's see how this wall is coming along. Slowly getting built. Our wood supply is definitely going down. We are also going to need to buy some more metal. This is going to use up a big chunk of the metal that we sort of saved, but we'll get working on metalworking soon enough. Starting to slowly accumulate bows. We're going to need to cut down some wood for sure. I'll just get them fell tree order right away. Hey Lucario, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. All right. Palisade is sort of coming along here. That's what it's called, a wooden palisade. It's not really going to defend us in any serious way. It's just going to slow the enemy down a bit if we get attacked. And as our population creeps up towards around something like 100, we will start to... Are these guys unhappy? Take a look here. They're not unhappy, they're just not super happy. They've got everything they need. They've got clothing. Services. Oh, it's because they're living farther from the well, I think. Let's actually take a look here. Might be worth building out some services more towards that clay mine anyway. Access basically says whether you have enough of a service. Proximity is how close they are to it, and quality is the quality of it. We can upgrade certain amenities later. Doing all right, taking a break from intense SimCity 4 activity related to the game's 20th anniversary celebrated last Saturday. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I should do some SimCity 4 stuff. I just haven't been in the mood to play that game recently. Just 'cause, you know, I played it a lot the other a couple of years ago when I was doing all the videos, and there's nothing about the game. In a lot of ways I'm excited to see the new network add-on mod stuff. It's just like I really have been craving, you know, other new city builders. And New City, I was playing New City for a while on this channel, and man, that game just got abandoned. I was quite surprised, actually. I'm gonna build maybe a small well over here. Maybe a medium-sized well. Give these guys access to a medium-sized well. What else could I give them access to? Yeah, once again, proximity is good for that. Interesting. I don't know how this... Oh, I see. It's a bit closer. Oh, they literally don't have access to it. That's why. Okay, all right. Now, how is the... Okay, the janitor's fine. That can cover a lot of area. And the hearth is fine. Yeah, okay, I see. It's just a matter, strictly speaking, a matter of the ratio. Oh, I do not have enough storage for grain. Just sitting in the field. We're going to have to build another warehouse very soon. Definitely should be storing as much grain and fruits as we can. Yeah, we've got a great food supply going. We can definitely afford to increase our population. Just finishing up this wall. Oh yeah, we should sell off our clay because we're not really using it right now. as if we accumulate a lot of wealth, it makes it more likely for us to get attacked, actually. But wow, that's really a trash price for play. Whatever, I'll just sell it. We're not using it. We might as well sell it. It's just gonna oil 10% per year is the spoil rate. Yeah. Might as well just keep a little bit of cash on hands. We're probably gonna need to buy some more metal, as I mentioned. For now, we'll just sit on what we have. We're gonna get metal working going soon too. I think we have enough population to have both an army and a kind of metal working industry. I'm gonna get more Talapis because they're gonna be, our starting army is gonna be Talapis. They're the best archers in the game. Yeah, there's kind of a tower defense aspect to this game that I think is really, really cool. Notice here I'm using this building as part of our wall. I don't know whether this wall, strength plus 1000. I think strength is the kind of HP stat. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think strength is the HP stat for certain, for everything basically here. I'm not sure what that means. I think these walls are basically equivalent. The house wall and the palisade is sort of a similar. It is going to take the any enemy a fair amount of time to get through even just one tile of wall like that. So now we've built that out. We've got 3 gatehouses, 3 kind of gates, 3 entrances to our little kingdom here. And next up, we're going to want to actually start training our archers. So, did I build enough housing for the Talapi folks? I did. Just make sure. Yeah, let's house them there. I just want to go, I'm going to actually go automatically to 25 Talapi. And we're going to put a training ground, maybe over here. Oh, actually, there's some decent wood there. Ooh, and there's these critters. Right, we had a hunter that was attacking those critters before, but where do I want to put my training field? Maybe over here? There's not a lot of space to expand it there. Yeah, we'll just build it here. It makes a lot of noise. People don't like to live near the military training ground stuff. So we're going to do training ground, or we're going to do an archery range. We're going to start with an archery range, and we're going to start small and then gradually expand it. So I'm just going to go. These always take up a lot of space, but we're gonna have to build it. We don't have a choice. So that'll be good. That's enough to train 10 archers. You can see you're gonna need, like, these are going to be some of the biggest buildings you have. They take up a huge part of your map as you get to a very large army. We're going to need 10 furniture, 10 bows, and 51 wood. So we do actually have the wood and everything necessary to build that. And yeah, let's start training some archers. So next up, we're going to go into our military tab here. I'm actually going to just delete all these because these just sort of default template things. We're going to do 10. I'll pick a little logo for the division here. I'm not sure that division is like the correct term for this kind of scale. These can go up to 150. So I feel that's more like that's almost more like a, not even a brigade. It's like, I don't even know if that's like a regiment or a brigade. It's actually probably more like, I don't know, a little squadron or something, a squadron of archers, or there's probably a better term basically. So we need, this is how, okay, basically there's a few things. I can go through this screen on how it works. You've got melee training and range training. And it takes, I think, from what I understand, it takes them about 10 years to get fully trained. And from what I understand, it's not fully fleshed out. I'm gonna make a division of Talapi here. From what I understand, if you, like you can see here, the more training we give them, the more skill they have. But if you go all the way up to 4 here, they're going to spend 100% of their time training. 100% of their time training. If you go up to like 75%, they're going to go and do other jobs part of the time and then train, So you can have sort of a regular army or a sort of reserve type army to a certain degree. I tend to like to just train them to the max and have like a dedicated part of my population that is, only doing defense basically. Then this is how much equipment we give them. So you can see if we tick that up to 1, we're basically expending 1 bows, and then we give them more and more equipment, and that just the more equipment they have, the more equipment they have, the better they'll be in the long run. To see here, so I'm not gonna go. I'm just gonna, because we only have a certain number of bows, I'm probably just gonna go there for now, and then I'll gradually increase this as our stockpile of bows increases. So, is this, that's in range of the janitor? Actually, not be. It is. Okay, good. Right, and we're gonna want to build some roads up there too. Let's see here. So we've got 10 people training. I just want to make sure that, yeah, we've got more than enough basically. Okay, that's perfect. Why are the tilapies not happy? Wells. Proximity, 81%. Strange. Oh, I guess the well is over here. Okay, we can build another small well, maybe over here. Wells don't really take much to maintain, so... build it like here. Okay, that should help. Proximity is increasing. What about hearths? That shouldn't be a problem. I don't know what these little warnings are for. I'm not sure. A little bit confused as to why. Access, proximity, quality. I guess we could just build a smaller hearth over here. That's the smallest one, the second smallest maybe. Stick it here. No idea on the terminology for groups within armies. I can't remember it. I used to know it all. I mean, I know it's like army, and then corps is a level down, and then division is a level down. And then below that, you've got brigade. Under brigade, I think under brigade, you've got maybe, is it battalion or regiment? And then it varies between countries, but I feel like 150, I feel like 150 people is somewhere between, say, a squadron or a platoon and a brigade. There's something in that kind of middle ground that I feel is like the correct term for that size of a unit of an army. Playing a lot of Hearts of Iron, definitely kind of like have had lots of time to nerd out with army terminology like that. Okay, we've got 10 conscripts here. How many more Tilapi do we have, actually? We could go... Got 7 odd jobbers. Maybe we'll start to grow our pasture here. Oh yeah, we're really running out of space in the granary. I think it's time for us to make a dedicated granary for sure. Maybe we'll stick it right here. Yeah, there's not gonna be enough space there, unfortunately. I guess if these homes are... Oh, wait a second. We definitely have a shortage of housing. Tilapia as well. That's probably why they're not so thrilled. Yeah, we need another Tilapia home. We've filled up 3 already. Like that. There. Like that. Okay. There we go. Okay, now we have no more homeless people. I'm just going to unassign, like this home is unoccupied, so there's no point in me assigning it to a specific race or anything. This one we can assign to Garthemi. It's already being inhabited by them. For the most part, I kind of don't want to micromanage this, but for the time being, I don't want to build a huge amount of housing that's not being used. Okay, let's see here. These guys are really not happy. Probably because they're living in wood houses too. They don't like living in wood houses. But I'm afraid I do not have... enough access to stone to be building out of stone right now. Okay, well maybe we'll just give them more amenities. Might as well put a little hearth here. And I think I'm probably going to start getting lavatories and stuff like that. Yeah, let's put a lavatory here. Or we could use a speaker. Speaker uses one employee. Speaker is sort of like a sort of grandstand where, you know, there's like a sort of a town crier, so to speak. I don't know why I built 3 of them. That's probably a little bit excessive. Here, I'll just move this one over. There we go. That should help. They're still not thrilled. Yeah, that's helped though. That's helped a lot. Services. I'm kind of curious why it's still 82% proximity when I've built like 3 of these things. Wait. Maybe it just hasn't kind of ticked up yet. Definitely don't need all 3 of these. Something is weird here for sure. No available services? Oh. Interesting. How is that even possible? I guess they're all going to 1 or something. Weird. Okay, well that seems to have done the job though. Everyone seems to be happy. Does this game form desire paths between buildings? It does actually. It does. If you don't build roads, they will gradually kind of pound the, you know, you'll just see mud appear. So yeah, it does form desire paths for sure. I have been building these roads to kind of follow that, which I think is an interesting way to do things. Let me just grab a road here. Yeah, so you can see where people are walking, and I'm gonna just, you can see this is the path usage, but if we were to ignore this, like here probably, yeah, you can see the ground's already starting to get rough there. So it does kind of, if you don't make roads, they'll kind of pound the dirt by walking on it. But they don't like that. They like you to make roads for them. So here we go. I'm just gonna make these little trails, basically. Later on, I'll make like wider avenues and stuff like that. But for now, I just want to stick with more basic kind of design here. Interesting. I quite enjoy this, like making these little trails and stuff, just to give them quicker ways to get around. And to kind of channel their movements. That's the other thing too, right? You're kind of trying to, some of these are probably, I mean, I've probably built way too many here. Some of them are kind of redundant, but I'm kind of just enjoying it. Yeah, you kind of want to channel their movements too, so that they're moving around efficiently. It's interesting. It's a traffic simulator of sorts, but it's basically entirely pedestrian. There we go. And we'll just kind of expand over that road network. It's not really a road network. It's just kind of giving people some paths to walk on that are a little bit faster. They will tend to take the roads rather than walk on the dirt when they can avoid it. How are we doing on bows here? Okay, so we've pretty much got a big enough stockpile for that division. Who's not? Okay, we need more housing for tilapies? That's surprising. Oh, I guess one of them's an odd jobber, that's why. We should probably just double this. Let's go to room copier. No, that's not how I want to do this. Yes, it is. Yes. No. Let's just expand it. It's gonna take. It's gonna actually stop. Our troops will stop training for a second there, but probably best to expand this. Yeah, let's do that. Because it's under construction, it's technically kind of not in use right now. Waiting for a bow to be made. Come on now. There we go. Okay. And that's actually used up our stockpile. So it's gonna... But I'm gonna get a maximum of 20 recruits here. We're probably gonna actually not have enough for that. Make sure they don't stop working at the pasture. Oh, right. I actually have to increase the size of the division, too. Okay, so that's gonna fuck something up here. -4. Is that what I wanted to do? I think so. Just gonna double check and make sure that no industry is underemployed here, because we're relying on a small number of people to provide us with food here. Yeah, no, I do quite enjoy the way that the roads and path usage stuff works in this. It's all very, very interesting stuff. Especially, I guess because it's essentially, there's some, like, I haven't really gotten into it, but there are, like, you do unlock some kind of, like, carts basically to carry goods around, but it's essentially pedestrian, right? It's not like there's any vehicles like in most sort of modern city builders, so very interesting. It's all about, like, walking around and carrying heavy loads around and stuff like that, and moving goods around on foot and using, like, carts and simple transportation methods. So the way you build your city is much more designed in that sense. And it also means that, like, services and anything that your citizens have to do has to be pretty close together, right? Because you can't... It's really a problem. Like, if I have something going on up here and something going on up down here, it's going to take them way too long to get from one place to another. And that's going to slow down... That's going to slow down, like, production lines, and... it's gonna, you know, it's gonna potentially cause problems. Like, they can literally, like, freeze to death on the walk, right? So it's kind of risky. There's some wild animals here, and I think I'm gonna have to activate that hunter. Do I have any odd jobbers? No, I do not. Okay. Maybe we'll get some... We'll just go to 25 humans, I think. How's our food supply? 68 days. Yeah, we've got more food than we can eat. Okay. Let's go to 25 humans. We're gonna need some housing for them. Build some more housing over here. Maybe I'll actually just fill this out with housing so we have a little bit of a reserve in the housing stock. Like that. Can I fit that in there? I think I can. Yeah, I can. That works. There we go. Got a full big block of housing here in this kind of central area. Okay. Now. In fact, I'm kind of tempted to, yeah, I'll probably unassign this at some point. Just let them choose where they want to live. Whoa. Oh, there's no, oh, right, because I just deleted all the roads here. That's the problem. Okay. I mean, I built over them. Do this. Go. I did build over that wild grain, but whatever. We don't need it anymore. We have a grain farm. Yeah, you can see here they've beaten the ground by walking on it, basically. They don't like that. They complain about basically having muddy feet, so... Okay, we've now got 14 human odd jobbers. I think they're all humans. Oh, and there's 2 tilapies as well. I'm going to take a short break because I have to go get a food delivery, so I will be back shortly. Okay, I am back. I just had some groceries sitting on my doorstep, basically, that I need to go pick up. Got a little notification on my phone there. Okay, all right. So, a bit concerned about these guys. They're gonna attack my people. There's a gem mine over here. Wow, that's an amazing gem deposit. We're gonna be so rich, so rich. I think it is probably time to start mining or to expand these defenses a little bit. Not sure how I want to do that. So let's do the fortifications first. So what I want to do is we expand these in key areas. I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm actually going to make these little turrets. This. Like little towers. That's probably big enough. Maybe even smaller than that. A little bit too big. Like, that's probably big enough for like 10 archers. Yeah. So we can widen the wall as well. Let's see if we were to do something like this. This. This, and a few along here. I've never tried this strategy before. This is kind of a new approach, so I'm going to be curious to see how this works. Came up with this idea the other day. There's something about the way that you build buildings in this game that it's very like you're able to find creative solutions for problems just because of the way you're able to draw different shapes and things like that. Here we probably only need one, just one in the corner here. Maybe we'll do something like this. Fairly fertile land. Okay, and then we're going to need to build stairs onto those. And then I guess we'll need a few up here as well. So like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm actually, if we're going to do it that way, then what we should do is going to take fairly long time and a fair amount of resources to build. Let's actually do... It's going to be very small, these very small little units. And name the divisions too. Something like that, so that they're actually split into two groups, and we can put them in different towers depending on where we're attacked. Okay, we are out of grain storage again. Fuck, I also need to build a, also really need to build a, some kind of big granary here. We're just gonna have to do it. Let's go and build a warehouse. We're gonna have to go quite large here, for sure. Give a little bit of space between the buildings. I'm building very ad hoc here. I'm not really designing things particularly intelligently, but not a big deal. Oops, there we go. Okay. That's just gonna probably be mostly grain storage. As you can see, we've got a lot of grain sitting in the field here. Do we have any space at all? No, we don't. Well, we can stop storing meat there. We're basically eating all the meat we're producing. Got 14 odd jobbers. Let's actually cancel this. Oops. Cancel this, don't need all that wood. We've got enough for now. Build the warehouse first, and then the fortifications. 47 days of food still, so we're still producing way more food than we can eat. I just kind of want to let this settlement grow naturally, and even if the buildings are kind of spread in a weird way. Tend to spread along like linear paths here because we're going between different points where we can have access to resources, so it is going to kind of naturally grow into whatever shape we naturally grow into in a very kind of organic medieval way here. Yeah, you can see, oh, they can actually walk along this path, I think. Okay, what are we short? Wood. Yeah, we do need more wood at this point. Okay, so let's just get a bunch of grain stored in here. Start. Please double our grain storage. And just gonna grab some wood. Finish up those towers. Looks a little bit silly with the big towers and the skinny little wall, but I think it'll be fairly effective. What's going on here? What are they doing? Oh, they're picking up the wood. They'll do the towers after. They tend to do jobs in order of proximity unless you kind of micromanage them. There we go. Fortunately, when you do things diagonally, it does look a little bit jagged. That's just the nature of building on a grid. Actually, Lucario, I think you would like this game. I think there's a lot of possibilities for like stuff I've seen you do in SimCity 4. In, you know, very sort of visual design oriented stuff. There's a lot of potential in this game to work with this simple grid system and make some very elegant looking stuff. Believe it or not. Okay, we want some stairs here. I think it works best if we do them like this. I think that's the best way to do it. They kind of automatically align. A little bit confused about how the stairs work, but I'm hoping that that's going to do it. Put a stair there, stairs there, and stairs there. Oh, and down here as well, I guess. Pretty elaborate fortifications for such a small village, but better safe than sorry. I'm hoping we'll get attacked soon, just because I kind of want to show off how that works. I think that should do it. If we keep growing our population, kind of, I'm not sure that I actually did this correctly. I think you only need one, maybe. Yeah, that seems to be sideways. I'm not sure if they can get onto that. We'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. That looks correct. What if I... wait, no. Smart remove. Oh, there we go. Okay, I only need one then. What did I set smart remove to? Control R or something? No. There was something I had set a hotkey for this. C. Okay, yeah, clear. Yeah, we only need one of those. I thought we needed 2 tiles, but I think that will do it. I'm not sure. Gotta remember how these stairs work. I've used them in a while. Hopefully that will do it. I can test it out, actually. It's easy enough to test it out. We just go into battle. Let's just mobilize a division briefly. Yeah, I can barely fit 10 dudes up there. Okay, and then what if I muster them? Make sure that they're able to get there. Here they come. Okay, yeah, it worked. Perfect. Awesome. Great. Okay, let's demuster those guys, because we don't want to be... We don't want them to keep training. We don't really want them to be standing out on that tower. So that way, if we get attacked, we can sit on a tower and kind of wait for the enemy to approach. Let them come to us, basically. Okay. Okay. I think this is going to be an interesting approach. We're not going to need many more troops than that to defend for the time being. What are you doing? Are you just being crazy? Oh, I'm in battle mode. The dude out here in the woods being insane. Oh yes, we have a deranged Talapi. People, when they get insane, they tend to just kind of wander around the woods until they die, unfortunately. And you can build an asylum for your crazy people if you want to. These animals are kind of dangerous. I'm gonna fence them in. So yeah, we're just gonna build a narrow little fence here. Fences are pretty cheap. Double. This is stockade, wood fence. Eventually those animals will disappear when we I'm gonna leave 1 tile gap maybe. I want to discourage discourage our people from... Oh, they're already... Maybe I shouldn't have left a tile gap. Maybe the spawn point is... Yeah, it looks like the spawn point is just bigger than the fence I built. Okay, alright, fine. I'll make it bigger. Fence... Make it much bigger. To leave a gap, unfortunately, otherwise people will get stuck in there. That is better. That's going to do a much better job of keeping those animals away from our town. Okay. Next up, I think we should start mining this really fantastic ore deposit here. So to do that, we're going to dig into the mountain. I'm not going to dig more than we need to here. I'm just going to go into the deposit view here. Yeah, this is where the good stuff is. Right here. And here, and here. And there we go. Yeah. Do I want to uncover any more of that? Oh, just a little bit over here. Don't want to go crazy. It takes quite a long time to dig into the mountain. Dig tunnels and stuff like that. So we're going to start like that. Make this a rather wide road. We're going to need some space for the auxiliary stuff for this mine as well. So we're going to want to actually probably build a little bit of an underground city under the mountain here. You can kind of build like the Mines of Moria in this game. It's pretty cool. I guess that's the sort of dwarf fortress aspect of the game as well. So we're going to want to start building services out of this overlay. Start building services over in this direction as well. Janitors here. Yeah, we're going to need a janitor like kind of here. And we need to build a little satellite town down here for mining purposes. So let's go and build right away. I think this mine's going to be fairly large, so we might as well build the services pretty large. And we're going to go for... what else? I want not a lavatory. I'm not going to bother with those yet. Probably are going to need to build one, actually. But we'll just start with the well. Let's build some housing, maybe. We're going to need... I'm going to actually go a little bit bigger than we've been doing lately. Housing for 14 people out here. And we're going to need a janitor as well. Yeah. Do that. There we go. A little satellite town. We're going to want some kind of warehouse down here as well. Got 17 odd jobbers, so I might as well just use them to build a warehouse kind of into the side of the mountain here. We can actually dig into the mountain a bit. This is actually way bigger than what we need. We'll just build it with one set of crates. And why am I not allowed to? Oh, area is not connected. Oh, I see. Okay, wait. There we go. Okay. Let's just build... Fuck it, we might as well build it fairly big. That. And... There we go. At this point, it doesn't actually cost that much to build bigger. We should probably get attacked reasonably soon. Now for this mine, we're going to want a lot of these Garthemes. Sure, we're also going to need to put some of our humans into the lab here. Maybe we'll just max that out actually. Yeah, okay, get some more science because we're going to want to research all the metalworking stuff. Okay, that warehouse is done. Now at this warehouse, I'm going to store a little bit of fruits, and I'm actually going to put a fetch order on it. Well as, I think that's it. We'll just give them some fruit to eat for now because that's pretty much all we have in terms of food. Now, this is interesting. You put a fetch order on a warehouse, and it tells the warehouse worker to go to, other warehouses that don't have a fetch order and grab resources until it fills up the number of crates here. So it's when we have like storing food locally. Do you know that traffic control tool of NAM mod of SC4 is removed for the new version of the mod? I have not played SimCity 4 in quite some time at this point, but if you're on my Discord server, there's some folks there who are on the NAM team, and I'm sure they could answer your question. I can put a link to my Discord if that's something you're interested in. Put a delivery man here. Slowly digging this tunnel here. Who am I working with here? I've got 4 humans and 4 tilapies. Okay. Slowly digging into this mine here. They've got their food. Here, let me just grab my Discord. Invite people. Copy. And invite link. Yeah, okay, great. I'll put an invite in the chat. You're welcome to ask on that server. I have not been using the server a lot lately, but there are a few people who are you know, regularly on it, and who can almost definitely answer any questions related to the network auto mod that you'll have. I just haven't been playing SimCity 4 in like 6 months or something, so I should boot it up again soon. It's just been a long time. I've just been playing other games. But like this game, which is really awesome. Okay, we have an outbreak of disease. There's really nothing we can do about that except kind of, I don't know, let some of them die. We don't have any medicine yet. At this point in time in our little Songs of Six civilization, sickness invariably is not curable. Alright, this is going to be an excellent mine. Where's the coal at? All the way over here. That's really annoying. This is not a great coal deposit either. Is there another coal deposit on this map? What's this? No. Good silathon up there. What's this? Is like shitty. Yeah, I think I remember this is really shitty. Nothing worth getting over here. Yeah, okay. The coal deposit's not great, but it's not terrible either. Probably worth mining. We could also get a charcoaler and make coal from wood. Oh shit, we're out of wood. Damn it. Just chop down some trees here. You see here this forest is growing back slowly after we chopped it down a while back. So we've got lots of forest around us. It's basically, for the time being, forest is basically a renewable resource. As we cut down... As we start consuming wood more aggressively, it will become necessary to harvest it in a slightly more sustainable way by setting up a sort of permanent forestry. But right now we're just going to use odd jobbers to do it. Okay. These slavers stop by in your settlement periodically. And, I'm not going to spend money buying slaves right now. Okay, sell some clay. The thing is, like, you can use slaves, like, people particularly don't like working in coal mines. So you could, one strategy you could use in this game is to use slaves to mine coal. The other strategy, of course, is to give your citizens, you know, access to amenities to, you know, basically compensate for the fact, to sort of compensate for the fact that, you know, they don't like their job. You can give them amenities. So we might use that approach rather than slaves. I used to play Hoi 4 a few years ago, then I kind of stopped playing top view kind of games. Yeah, I have very mixed feelings about Hearts of Iron 4. I don't know if you may or may not have seen on my channel, I've got an older series of videos. I made a tutorial, I guess a couple of years ago at this point, on Hearts of Iron 3. And I made that tutorial, like, long after Hearts of Iron 4 had been released, partly because I was just not really satisfied with how Hearts of Iron 4 was being developed at the time. And since No Step Back and well, there's 3 DLCs I think that actually made Hearts of Iron 4 better. Like, one of them is the naval one, whatever it was called. Then there's No Step Back, and then the recent one that adds a bunch of air stuff. I do think the game has become a lot more interesting, but I don't know, it's just kind of memey, you know? Its approach to history is like a little bit weird. It's sort of like an alt history simulator rather than a, I don't know. I kind of liked the older, more hardcore Paradox games that were just felt like they were trying to be more about history and less about kind of cartoon, you know, diplomacy and stuff. I don't know. It's hard for me to put my finger on why Hearts of Iron 4 just doesn't. It sort of doesn't do it for me. I put hundreds of hours into it, don't get me wrong, and I have enjoyed playing it in certain ways. There's things I enjoy about it, but, like, I don't know. Something about the way it does history just has never quite caught my Like, I almost never use any of the alt history options, for example. I want to play, like, a historical game, and, like, I don't know, it just gets kind of gamey at a certain point. That's just me. I don't think it's a bad game by any means. I just not sure it's my favorite Paradox game. I like EU4 better, for example. Yeah, being focused on, like, recreating old empires, it's a good example. Like, you know, what, you're gonna recreate the Austro-Hungarian Empire in, like, 1946? I mean, that just doesn't... I just don't think that would make sense. I just don't think, like, there's any kind of plausible historical, you know? Or, like, turning Britain fascist or something. Like, this is just, they're just not particularly plausible historical scenarios. You know, in that time frame. Right, so we're gonna make a ore mine here, which is gonna be big part of being able to make metal is gonna be mining ore. I don't want to make it too big, although I do want to kind of be able to scale it up at some point. So, you know, maybe we'll actually kind of go a little bit bigger here. We do have furniture and stuff to buid it, so you can see here that the efficiency is because we haven't built auxiliaries yet, but the deposits, this is telling us the average purity of the deposits. So that should be big enough for now. Definitely expand this mine later. We're gonna need something like one of these, and one of these, and then some storage. I don't really think we need a huge amount of storage. Might as well. Yeah, we could go actually pretty small in the storage for now. You know what? Nah, I'll just fill this space out that we have. Okay, and then reduce the size of this. Okay, and I'm actually... Okay, so that's good. We can get that built, and I should build some housing. I should build some housing in this tunnel here. Some of the races in this game like living underground, so... We're gonna want some Garthemi for sure. So we can give them housing in this tunnel. To do that, I'm gonna have to actually dig into the mountain. 1, 2, 3. The doorways for the housing here. Looking at the shape of this mountain here. We're gonna want to be going up here and then to this coal eventually as well. So we'll have a whole network of tunnels in here. It's gonna be kind of cool. Yeah, we might as well... Oh, wait. I don't want this style of housing, actually, now that I think about it. I want... In fact, there's no point in us building it in that tunnel for now. We can actually just build dormitories here. For now. I just want to make sure I'm not building on top of a deposit. Oh, I am. Okay. Well, that's not ideal. So we will build here, I guess. We'll build we just gotta dig into the mountain there. That should be good. A little bit different of a different logic when you're building in mountains. You're essentially filling and digging. Rather than... Okay, why is it taking forever? Oh, I'm not on fast mode. Okay, there we go. Housing, dormitory... There we go. The Garthemi people who are going to be working in this mine, most likely, actually prefer to live in noisy areas. Oh, I've actually got some Dondorians working there. That's kind of not what I want. As long as they're still doing the tailoring. What are they not doing? Oh, they're humans now. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, wait a second here. I need... Oh, I've got too many people working. That's why. I don't want 19 people in this mine. I want like 5. Okay, and I want them to be Garthemi, actually. I don't really want them to be Dondor. Why is there a scientist living there? That's insane. Let's just assign housing here for Garthemi, and I'm gonna go into the job priorities here, and yeah, I'm missing some rather important workers here. 3 out of what am I missing here? Something is underemployed. Maybe it just hasn't adapted yet. This needs to be actually higher priority. Yeah, this needs to be higher priority for sure. Any of these civics need to be high priority because if your happiness drops because they're underemployed, then you end up in a real bind. Let's see here. Ore mines. Who's got priority to work in these? Yeah. Okay. Well, we can lower the Dondorians there and just make sure that it's all Garthemi working in there. Yeah. That's what we want. There's one human, so we're gonna need one more Garthemi at least. That should do it. Yeah, there we go. They like living in dark tunnels too. So, perfect. And where are the other ones living? Oh, there we go. Okay, we're starting to collect some ore here. We can stick it in this warehouse for now. And we've accumulated a fair amount of science. We've accumulated a fair amount of science, so we're going to want to probably start working on metalwork. Metalwork and smithing, I think. Yeah. But we need coal for that, so we've got the technology we need. Now we're going to have to go get the coal. And eventually, that will allow us to make some weapons as well for infantry. We don't have weapons for infantry right now. Let's build some roads out to this, actually. Just because we're already traveling quite far to get to and from this mine. I'm using the wrong tool. That's okay, whatever. Build my roads a little bit thicker here, but I guess we don't really need to. Okay. Looking kind of constantly going back and revising a road network here based on how they're actually traveling. Want this. Hey, Ulyss. Welcome back to the stream. We're just gradually expanding this settlement that we started yesterday. I don't know when you joined, but you can see I've built these fortifications along. I built these little walls along the edge of. They're kind of scrawny little walls, actually, not super useful, but just a basic defense that's going to in case we get attacked. And I've got these archers here who are training. Got a big chunk of my population actually doing archery just to really make sure we can ward off any attack. And the walls help because if I'm gonna have to fight them in an open field, I'm gonna have to have a much larger army. So having reasonably substantial walls will slow them down long enough that I can actually defeat superior numbers by simply not engaging them directly. There we go. We've built a little mining village here. We're starting to work on mining ore so that we can eventually get metal, which is going to allow us to make tools and allow us to make weapons as well. I would like to actually stick to just having archers for a while and really focus on making tools if at all possible, because tools can be used for every industry to really vastly increase the productivity of all of your industries. So I've got a series of natural paths through the mountain here that will gradually lead us to, well, closer to this. I think it's time to start tunneling more. So we're going to tunnel through these mountains. Tunnel straight through these mountains and get all the way to the coal supply here. We're going to have to build a whole kind of underground mining city here. A lot of our citizens are going to live underground. I'm kind of tempted to make this a more direct path, to be honest. Oh, Jesus. Why is it doing this weirdness? Just like this. Yeah, I think it's probably best. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Actually, yeah, I'll just leave it as it is. You know what? It's a little bit of an indirect path, but we're gonna make a little self-sufficient mining coal city back here. If we do take when we get attacked, one of the options we have is to take prisoners, and we could actually take prisoners and force them to work in our coal mines by enslaving them. Basically, that's one option. Because nobody likes working in coal mines. Or we could provide amenities to make people happy and compensate for the fact that they don't want to work in coal mines. Or we could do both. Lots of options. Okay, so we've got one dude slowly digging a tunnel back there. Whoa, how did he get up there? Oh yeah, they walked all the way around there. Okay, well that's good. We can actually access this through tunnels up there. Probably would be worth closing off some of these tunnels. We can close them off so that enemies can't potentially, because hypothetically enemies could go through these tunnels, sneak through the tunnels, and come out and attack us from behind. The AI is probably not smart enough to do that though. I'm hoping we'll get attacked soon, because then I'll get to show you guys how the combat system works. No, I want this to be lower priority, actually. Okay, we're producing lots of ore. Which is good because we're going to run out of metal soon. I'm going to sell some of our excess livestock and sell opium. Just so we have a little bit of money. We're gonna need lots of Dondorians. And we're gonna want to make, I think, a metal smelter kind of here. Or no, the Dondorians don't mind working underground as well, so that might be a smart way to do things, actually. Let's put some... Yeah, that would be a smart way to do things indeed. We can build a row of housing for Dondorians here. I'm gonna just keep building these longhouses. Let me see. So like that tile. What's my... Can't remember what I set this to. Dig into mountain. There it is. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. The row of housing for Dondorians there, and then I'm gonna build probably a fairly large metal smelter. Metal smelting is going to be a very important business. Very important thing to get going here. Just put a door like maybe here. Yeah, okay, that's fine. All right. As we continue to delve deeper into the mountain, let's go for metal smelter. I'm gonna expand room over structure. Structures include mountains in this case. 16 by 7. Don't need to go crazy with how big this is for the time being, but at least that big. No, you know what? We'll go a bit smaller. We can always expand it later. I'll build the room large enough that we can expand it. Doubt we're going to be able to have enough resources to have more than small smelter for the time being. A little bit of storage. Oh, we need a door. There we go. Put a door in there. And we'll put some housing. We do have some people who are unhoused at the moment. Homeless even. There we go. Why is the deliveryman living here? That's stupid. Let's assign housing to Dondorians here. There we go. Why are they mining? Shouldn't be mining. Okay. These guys are not happy. I'm gonna stop automatically accepting them. We're gonna have to give them some services. We're gonna have to give them some services for sure. I'm not gonna give them more clothes. I'm not gonna give them... One of the things we can do is we can allow them to... Like, we can basically give them access to various resources, and the different races want various resources for their homes. We can give those out, but I don't like to do that early on because I find that your production is it's not easy, and it's not easy to scale up your production to a point where you can actually meet the needs of a growing population. So I tend to be pretty minimalistic about what I give out to my citizens at first. We can build them a lavatory and an eatery here, though. I feel like this is the best place to build it, even though we have more people living over here. If we build them that stuff, most people generally don't like mining. They don't like being miners, so it's just not the worst idea to give them access to some services. Let's go into civics here. We're going to go to health, lavatory, and yeah, we're going to expand over structures. I'll build a lavatory here. Can also serve as an alternate entrance. Put a door there. Couple rows of latrines. That's enough for 56 people. 68. And can I fit enough basins in here? Yes, easily. Put a basin there, and then a small basin, I guess, here. We're gonna actually put another door over there. Just a very small lavatory for now. We're gonna put another door in the back here. Can actually expand this later. We need to. Okay, that's gonna make them a lot happier. Just make sure that we're not actually employing 3 plumbers. Not necessary. Okay. Is that making them happier? Not really. A little bit. Slightly. Should. Yeah. Yeah, it is going up. It is going up. But you guys, 73%. We should maybe build a little news spot over here. That'll help. And maybe an eatery. Oh yeah, that's making them a lot happier. Just a news spot. A little bit of entertainment for them. Little town crier, so to speak. Yeah, I would say next up is an eatery for these folks. I'm gonna dig a tunnel that goes this way. Oh wait, no. Because this is... Well, we're gonna have to build a whole separate infrastructure hub over here because it's just too far for any of this to reach. There's a gem mine in the middle. That's going to be so great. We don't have the technology for gem mining yet, but we will soon. Will soon. Need another janitor and everything. Maybe we can build it like here. Or in between the two probably would be a good spot. And then we can also do maybe some Baltic crawler breeding in here. This would be an easy place to do that. Probably worth doing for sure. I better put an eatery though. I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah, okay, I don't want to disturb this. I'm gonna give myself access to this deposit. We're gonna have to put a road kind of around it. Yeah, let's build a road down here. And we'll put an eatery kind of in behind this warehouse here. Still chipping away over here. Who is homeless? Who is homeless? Oh, there's a Talapi. Has no home. Well, that's stupid. We've got tons of housing. I don't know why. They must be an odd jobber. We'll probably build some kind of miscellaneous housing out here. There's no reason this Talapi should not have a place to live. I don't understand. The housing's been a bit glitchy lately. How are our troops doing? Oh yeah, we've got tons of bows, so we can... There we go. We can go all the way up to a higher level of equipment. We can see here, if we go to... We have a 1.36% chance of being raided. That's because we're pretty well defended, I think. It's pretty unlikely we're going to get attacked. Kind of a shame, because I was hoping to show off the... combat. But we will soon enough. We'll get attacked. Okay, we can start building an eatery. I don't know that we need to go this big, actually. We can go smaller. Door on it. Eateries are basically... I don't think they're named correctly. I think they should be named grocers, basically. Because they're basically... They're basically a specialized warehouse where food is stored. Like, specifically to store food, where people go and get their food, so they don't have to just get their food out of a warehouse. Okay. We can cancel that. We don't need to dig that tunnel any deeper right now. Constructing cities inside of mountains is a much more, like, time-intensive process, but it actually doesn't use resources. It actually gets you resources, for the most part. Because you keep a lot of the stone that you're taking out of the mountain. So it's actually pretty useful in that sense. No, don't do that. 99%. Okay, let's auto-employ this. Put it down to 1 employee. The employee in this eatery is going to be going to this warehouse, and actually, this would be smart. We'll just make a door between the food warehouse and the regular warehouse. There we go. Come on now. Cut through that door. There we go. Now the cook only has to go here to grab food, which is great. And we're going to want to bring some bread here as well. Looks like it's time to increase the number of people employed in our bakery for sure. So that's over here. Yeah, because we've got tons of grain. In fact, let's just go to 6 employees right away. I'm gonna just automate that. And we should probably start getting a vegetable farm going or something. I'm starting to look at our food supplies, starting to dwindle basically. Starting to dwindle a little bit. I'm going to have to start worrying about that. We can hover over this and we can see, yeah, we actually ate more than we produced last year, but just increasing the number of bakers should help. Right now we're baking bread by just burning wood and using the grain, but eventually we'll also be able to We will also be able to use coal fire ovens, which are more, overall, kind of more efficient, or just a better use of resources. I really don't know why there are homeless Jalapis. There's so much housing. I'm going to actually do something. I'm going to take these. I'm going to just let everyone pick their own home at this point. Because I've got tons of housing and they don't seem to be using it very efficiently. So we'll just let anyone live in any house, and that way they'll just figure out where they want to be. Okay. Looking pretty good. There, that's fixed the housing problem. They're really not using this housing very efficiently, though. Okay, we have some smelters, but we don't need smelters yet because we actually don't have coal yet. Still waiting for this tunnel to be done. It takes quite a long time. Okay, now these Dondorians are not super happy. So we should start thinking about lavatories, 16%. We can start building more lavatories, perhaps. Lavatories and, yeah, because there's a lot of Dondorians probably here. How many do we have working in this? There we go. Okay. So yeah, we should probably build a lavatory kind of here, so that all these people can have access to it. Yeah, just kind of in the middle of this fairly populated area. Civics, health, lavatory. Maybe I should not. This building is getting pretty big. Maybe I should actually just make a separate building here. And build a fairly large lavatory. Doesn't need to be this wide, I don't think. Oh yeah, no, we can do it like this. This will be perfect. That's enough for 88 people. See here, service is 22. Approximate guess of how much population it'll be able to support. Oh yeah, we are stockpiling huge amount of ore. I don't know that we actually need 10 ore miners. That's probably not quite necessary. Waiting for this tunnel to be done. Takes quite a long time. We're actually ready to go, starting to build a mine, though. Just don't know that I want to do that until I've actually built out some of the infrastructure we're going to need in here. In order to do that, I'd like to build... So there's actually... There's a coal deposit there, and there's a gem deposit there. So I'd kind of like to build something in the middle. So why don't we actually dig... fairly large area out here where we can build a small, sort of little town, basically. Little town in the heart of the mountain. Probably going to want to carve a tunnel through this, carve a tunnel there as well. Gonna link everything up, but for now we'll just leave those. There's these kind of birds here that will attack my dudes, and I don't really want to expose them to that. Okay, so while they're finishing to dig out that little corner here, we can start putting in some civics. So we're gonna need a well, fairly large well, I'd say. We're gonna need a hearth. This very intelligently here. The well is going to have to move. Put it there. I'm gonna put speaker in here as well. And let's just put some housing, maybe, along the edges of it. We're gonna probably want to put in some other... That fit? No, that's gonna cause a problem. Okay, so we need to dig out a couple tiles here. There and somewhere else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Same thing here. Actually, we can put 3 in there. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, I'm out of wood. Shit, that's not good. Okay, let's cut down some wood. Really need wood because we use wood to bake our bread. So if we run out of wood and I'm not paying attention, we could starve. Kind of hoping to get some metal and some tools going so that I can, rather than hiring more farmers and stuff, I can just give the farmers tools and they'll be able to produce more food. Once they have metal tools. Oh, great, an accident. So that's gonna, like, 10 people are gonna die, probably. Oh yeah, they're all gonna fucking bleed out and die. They don't have any medicine whatsoever. That's okay. We can replace them with more people. 20 odd jobbers, huh? 7 Dondorians, 3 Garthemi, and 10 humans. Okay, well, we're gonna have enough to work this mine anyway. Okay, what's going on here? What are they doing? Oh, they're doing the wood. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, alright, let's put some wood near the bakery here. That way the bakers won't have to go quite so far to grab their wood. And we can also move more of the grain to that. And we might as well put some clay in there because we're kind of accumulating a lot of clay. I'm gonna sell some clay even though it's not very valuable. Might as well. Okay, don't want to sell the ore because it's fairly labor intensive to extract it. Alright, let's put some housing in here. And how many can I fit here? Can I fit 3? Not really. Well, I could if I just built this little tunnel there, yeah. Let's not. Let's just go for 2. And yeah, so this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and click. There we go. Be enough for now. I don't need to do the gem mine yet. I just want to get the coal mine going. Housing. Okay. Everyone's reasonably happy, although we do need... Oh yeah, we need an eatery for these folks. There's our lavatory. Build an eatery. Like that. There we go, that's enough. That's more than enough. More than enough of an eatery. Okay, that's gonna make some folks real happy. There we go. The miners here aren't getting access to it, but there's only 5 of them, or 5 or 6 people living in that little village over there. They're starting to, things are starting to kind of come together here. You can see how, you know, we're reasonably quickly going to kind of fill out this little space here. I mean, slowly, really. We're going to sort of slowly fill out this little space, and then gradually... There's not really much else on this map that I want to go get, except for the Silathon up here. This is really valuable. All the way up there we're going to go at some point. We'll build a little road. Maybe we'll just farm along a road here all the way up there and then make our way towards that. That might make sense. We are going to have to expand probably some more farms soon. Get a vegetable farm going. Might expand and then just kind of remove some of the, like move some of these walls, kind of move the walls outward as we expand. But I guess in that sense, it's more worthwhile to expand to the north than to the south, because we're also gonna have to get a stone mine going here, even though that's a really shitty stone deposit. We don't have any other source here, so but it's kind of cool having these buildings built into the mouth of the cave like that. And if you play as Dondorians as your starting race, you can actually build basically your entire city in a mountain, which is, I think, pretty damn cool. Maybe we'll do a Dondorian run on the next patch. Okay, we need a coal mine. Now, this coal deposit is very mediocre. Very mediocre. Not great. But we're going to need a fair amount of coal. We may want to combine this with also having like a charcoaler, which is where you burn wood to make coal, but that's not super efficient either. Workers 13, that's fine for now. I guess I'll put the auxiliaries back here. Okay. Trying to... I need 2 of these, maybe? I need more space. Oh, that's already 100%. Oh, right, because I don't... Okay, I see. I don't have to get to... Right. Right, that's perfect. And then the storage. Really need a lot of storage here. This is perfect. Stick the storage here. Okay, and then I'm actually going to carve path straight there. Let these guys get there a little bit faster. They don't have to go all the way around through these tunnels. Yeah, that makes sense. You can also build a road here. No light in this tunnel. They're just like carrying torches through a tunnel to get to the mine. Can I use this tool, please? Thank you. Narrow little road. Building a road through the mountain. I do love digging into mountains in this game. Mountains are kind of great too because, like, they're kind of in some ways the ideal place to build if you're playing as a race that doesn't mind living in mountains, because they don't take up you know, fertile land and stuff like that. In some ways they're like the least fertile land, but they're and as a result they're sort of in some ways the optimal place to build. And, you know, obviously another approach would be to find a map that doesn't have quite so many mountains so that you have more land that, you know, more outdoor land to potentially build on. But, of course, the trouble with that is most of the time, if you don't have mountains, you don't have a lot of mineral deposits. So you kind of want to live in areas where you can mine stuff. Build a little road around that big hearth there. Okay. All the way to the mine. Not a bad idea if you're building things far away from the central parts of your city to build a road out to it, because you can see here, because they do the closest job to where they live, they'll tend to build the road on their way out to doing other jobs, which is pretty cool. Okay, that's... coal mine is done, and I certainly don't want any more than 10 people working in it. Just gonna take a look here. Let me see what laboratories 12. We're missing anyone. Looks like I have just enough workers to fill I have enough workers anyway to fill all these jobs. And at this point, we should get some metal smelters going. Yeah, let's just start with one, and we'll see if we can actually support. Maybe we'll just auto-employ this, actually. And we're going to store coal and metal. Oops, no. Metal here. And then we're going to need a smithy. We're going to need a smithy because we need to... We got odd jobbers who are Dondorians, by any chance? A couple. A few. Okay, so we could build a smithy here, right beside the metal smither. Right, the metal smelter, I mean. And that's going to allow us to start making tools, which is a big deal. Big deal. Metal is kind of the most important, I would say, like, in this game, like, metal is sort of your segue into the mid-game to a certain degree, because you're past the point where you're surviving and you're starting to, like, we've got our food supply more or less going here, although we're actually a little bit short on food. I have money, though. I could buy food. I'm kind of tempted, actually, to buy a bit of stockpile of bread or something. We could expand our baker, too. We've got way more grain than we're actually baking. That's probably the best way to do it. But metal is going... You're going to see quickly how metal is going to take all of our existing industries and kind of make them much, much, much more efficient. We're going to start making metal tools and distributing that out to our workers in various industries, and right away the efficiency of certain industries is going to go up by like 100%. So rather than expand the population to a point where we have like many people working in industries, it's actually better to get to metal as fast as possible. That's what I've been finding anyway. That's at least the approach that I have been kind of preferring lately. I'm going to build a fairly small smith for now, and we'll expand it later. And I've actually built a door between the metal smelter and the smith, since they use the same resources. Everything's right close together here. Okay. Right, so we're waiting on metal actually to build the smithy, which is fine because we're producing... Not auto-employ here. We are producing a little bit of metal. Do we have a bottleneck, or we just don't have enough workers in this industry? How many odd jobbers do I have that are... I've got 2 Dondorians. Okay, so I should be able to... The workload 100%. Basically, I'm trying to figure out how much... You know what? Something has occurred to me. Let's actually suspend this job. So one thing we can do, rather than building the smithy right away, is there's these upgrades we can do for our mines here. So if we save up 96 metal for the coal mine and 158 metal for the ore mine, we can do an upgrade for each mine that'll basically distributing metal out to the miners there, and it will immediately increase our output by 25% in both of these. And I find the best upgrade path in this game is you start with the primary resources and you work your way up. So you want to produce the ore efficiently, then you want to produce the metal efficiently, then you want to produce the tools efficiently, and so forth. That way everything kind of snowballs. We are producing far more ore than we need. It's not a bad thing, though. We should probably... If anything, we should probably reduce the number of workers in the ore mine and increase them in the coal mine, but I'm going to hold off on that for now. I wonder if I put more smelters in here, whether it will... That's actually the most we can put for now. I might want more than that. I might want to make this smelter bigger. Why does it say, oh, no, we shouldn't be I don't know why the workload is so low. Almost like... Weird. Not sure. It's like they're getting the materials they need. Why are they not working fast? I'm not sure. Oh, we have a lot of bows. Might as well fully equip those archers. We're gonna need storage for tools. No, not swords. Tools. Soon. Wonder if the coal is... Yeah, the coal is getting here on time. So we can definitely produce more metal. Just not sure why the workload is not going up. Okay, if workload is low, it means that some workers have nothing to do and are wasting their time. Possible cause of this is there simply isn't enough work, or that the room is missing resources to work with. If workload is 100%, your workers might have too much to do and the room might need to have more workers allocated. Yeah, I don't know. This is a bit strange though, because they have all the resources they need. I don't quite understand why. I don't quite understand why. Weird. But it's kind of annoying to wait. Oh shit, we are low on clothing. We're low on clothing partly because we're using some of our fur for... maybe time to make a cotton farm. Might be time to make a cotton farm. Switch over to producing clothing with cotton rather than fur. On the other hand, no, we can actually... Do we have any tilapia odd jobbers? 3. Okay, let's put some more... Just put some more workers in this pasture. This pasture is far from... Okay, workload is also kind of low here. Okay, there we go. That's going to produce more fur. We're going to add more animals. So we're at 23 out of a possible 58 animals here. Waiting for metal at this point. I feel like I could increase production here by adding more workers, but they're just not using it. I don't know, we'll see. Do I have... Arthemi, humans, tilapis. Add another tilapi to this. And I guess, yeah, I guess we're gonna increase the size of this smelter. We're gonna need to anyway. So delete the furnace, give me a bigger furnace. Actually, delete all this stuff. Give me a bigger furnace. And we're gonna go straight to that size, because I just have a feeling we're gonna need to be mass producing. Mass producing. Maybe it's because the storage is too small? I don't know. That seems implausible, but... Okay, 18. Try building a slightly bigger storage. Definitely want as much as we can have here. Yeah, even though they're not all particularly good at this kind of work, we might as well just get them in here. Okay, too many. Everyone make metal. That's interesting. Yeah, it seems to be like... Maybe it is the storage. Maybe when the storage gets full, they just stop working. I don't know. Okay, so we've got enough to upgrade one of the mines. Not that one, this one. Upgrades, plus 25%. And then we'll wait till we get to 158 here, which looks like it's going pretty fast. It looks like we're able to keep up with the mining. Mining is able to keep up with the metal smelting. Definitely gonna need to employ some more bakers, though. I can see my food supply Food supply is looking a little risky, but I'm not too worried about it because I'm sitting on so much grain that, like, if it starts to get worse suddenly, then we can quite quickly expand. We can just start baking all of that grain into bread. It's still taking a while, eh? I'll make sure. I don't really want to increase my population much more than this for now. Because I want to make sure... Buy some slaves, but I'm not going to. Okay, sell... Not ore. Jesus, don't sell ore. I want to sell opium. Thank you. And I want to sell... a little bit of livestock for sure. Leave a few because I think we're going to expand that. We need more livestock. Actually, we're short on clothing, which is not good. I should be paying a little more attention to this and trying to get some more. Okay, we've got enough fur now. Okay, so we probably just need. Oh no, we're good. We seem to be just producing enough clothing for everyone. Should probably try and get a little bit of a surplus of clothing going though, because we don't want them freezing to death. The real concern. Okay, we've almost got enough metal to upgrade this. After we upgrade that, we're going to potentially actually upgrade research technology and upgrade the metal smelter as well. That would require me to get more laboratory workers. Maybe instead we go for tools. Not sure. No, I think it's better to upgrade the metal smelter before we go for tools, to be honest. In fact, I'm gonna just cancel the construction of that smithy. And I'm going to... This is a really cool feature in this game. I can unresearch things to get the research points back. I'm gonna unresearch the smithy for now, and I'm gonna go for... the, we're seeing this is going back into a frozen pool here. It's coming back into our pool. And I don't know if we're gonna have enough here. We might. Waiting for that to tick back. Looks like we're doing okay on food. Increasing the number of bakers seems to have... Okay, I think we're gonna have enough to go for the metal smelter upgrade. Everyone's pretty happy, too. Oh, damn, we don't have enough. Do I need one more worker? Is there something I can unresearch that I've already researched? Not really. Not really. I'm probably gonna need to expand... I need to expand that laboratory. We can probably take a couple workers out of the metal smelter here for now. And just add, like, 2 more people in this. So to do that, we're gonna actually just physically expand this building. I'm gonna tear down a wall here. No. Here. Smart remove. Tear down this wall. We're just gonna expand this building. It would make more sense to expand it in the other direction, actually. Even though our throne is kind of there. Go. Gotta be a little bit careful about this, because if you don't have the resources necessary to expand the building, then, of course, your laboratory workers kind of stop working as their building is being renovated, so you can actually... Your science will start ticking down to a new resting point, basically. You gotta be a little bit cautious about that. That's fine for now. Gonna kind of double the capacity of this building, basically. And there we go, that's good. I've got to take a short break here because something's going on with my phone. I gotta figure out what the hell's going on. But I'll be back shortly. Okay, sorry about that. I had to take a quick work call there. Just the nature of my life these days. Usually if my phone is ringing, I've pretty much got to answer it. Okay, so we're gonna need to add like 2 scientists here. And still, I do think we were short on clothing. I have to figure out what I can do about that. Did we upgrade this? Yeah, we did. Okay, so we've upgraded both of our mines, so we're getting... Actually, we can... One of the things we can do here is just remove... We just don't need that many miners. Yeah, we definitely don't need that many miners. Especially now that we've upgraded things. And I think that should give us enough technology to... Yeah, we can grab the metal smelter upgrade. You can start to see how at this stage of the game, I would sort of describe this as like the sort of beginning of the mid-game in this game. When you've built your defenses to a certain degree, you're starting to do research, and once you get to the kind of metalworking phase of things, you want to look at this tech tree carefully. There's a lot of technologies here, and a lot of them kind of scale up. Like you can research them multiple times. Like you can take a look at something like farming here, where there's 10 levels of edible crop optimization, so you can potentially use research to increase, say, your crop production or something like that. But you can also use there's some upgrades that give better bonuses than those research bonuses and stuff. So it's just a matter of like, kind of strategizing at this point in the game. I guess what you're trying to do is you're trying to maximize your labor force, right? So you're trying to figure out, how can I produce the most stuff with the least workers, so that I can have free workers available to perhaps be in the army or, other functions or things like, maybe free workers to put in research and stuff like that. And I'm tending to find in my recent games that these upgrade technologies, this one's going to allow us, so I'm going to research a refined smelter here, and now we're going to have to save up some resources. Going to be, we already have them, I think. Yeah, we already have everything we need. So now we're going to upgrade this. That's going to give us a 50% bonus to metal production. We're going to be able to produce metal like 50% faster. There's another upgrade that we'll do later, but we need machinery for that, so that we're not quite there yet. Okay, so now there we go. Now we're getting metal a lot faster with fewer workers. So maybe we'll go down to 5 metal smelters for now. And I think next it might actually be smart to get that smithy maybe. Because once we start producing tools, we can distribute those out to like every industry. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need from our metal for now. That might be the smart way to do things. We've got a little bit of a surplus of coal. Could also... There's an upgrade to the baker. That might be smart. Getting the upgrade to the baker so that we... To the baker and to the tailor and to the carpenter, although we're not really employing that many people in these industries. So yeah, let's double down on tailors, because we seem to be... We're producing fur faster than we're producing clothing at this point, and we have a shortage of clothing here. Take a look, actually, if we go to goods, we can get a sense of... Where is it? Where's clothing? These menus, this UI here could use a little bit of work, in my opinion. Oh no, an outbreak of the plague. Well, some people are gonna die. There's not really much I can do about it. Actually, we're producing... This is not telling us how much we need, though. What we really need is a surplus. I think that's... There we go. A little bit of surplus clothing. I think they're probably... If you look here, access, we're going to see how much clothing we're allocating to them. I wish it gave us a number like the total number that we needed and how much is fulfilled, basically. Current fulfillment, 0.75 out of 2.5. I'm not sure if that number makes sense. I guess we'll find out if it goes all the way up to 2.5. 20%. And you can see the more clothing we give them, the more heat and cold resistance they have. Yes, well, there's going to be accidents. Nothing I can do about that right now. We do need more research, for sure. Are they all human researchers? Yeah, they're all human scientists. But I think before we can support more researchers, we're simply going to need some more food. We can put some more bakers. Oh yeah, we need to actually expand this bakery. I don't know that we need this second warehouse here. Maybe we can empty this warehouse into this one here. What have we got here? We've got 2,300. Just need to put the grain in there. And then we've got, we don't need this. Got 2 for bread. Okay, and we've got 3 crates for fruits. And 1 for stone. And 1 for clothing. I'm gonna recycle this building and expand the bakery into it. Okay. 1 for clay, and that's it. I already did the clay. That's it. I think we needed a bit more fruit storage. Okay. That's going to actually lower this number here for a second until they fill it up. When your food is not in a warehouse, it doesn't count towards food storage. So, there we go. That's filling up that warehouse now, and then I can actually... Oh, get rid of this. Thank you. Gonna take them a second to kind of clear out that warehouse. I can actually delete it right now, though. Alright, there we go. And then we're gonna clear this. We're gonna tear down that wall. And take the bakery here, expand it. I don't know that we need that second door. Might as well. And let's just expand it to as large a bakery as we can fit in this tiny little building. We might actually need to expand the building in another dimension or something. Yeah, I'm gonna have to condemn that door. No space for it, and then a little skinny storage here. Looking pretty good. Yeah, we don't need a door there. Yeah, that's fine. What am I missing? Wood. Oh shit, yeah, definitely need wood. So let's fell some trees. I have 17 odd jobbers. Oh, right, because I took away the bakers. Do I have more capacity here? Oh, I do. Okay, good. All right, let's see just how much bread we can produce here. Using the population that we have, we're going to want more Dondorians to do this crafting work at some point, because I have a feeling... Well, I have a feeling some of our jobs are being done by people who are not necessarily the most efficient at doing those jobs. But that's not the end of the world. That's not the end of the world. Yeah, so you can see here, we really don't need to be farming more or anything like that. We're able to produce quite a lot of bread, and we're actually running out of... We are going to need more warehouse capacity overall. Although we have a big warehouse here, don't we? Yeah. So let's start storing a bit more bread over there, for sure. So I'm getting these delivery workers here. I'm ordering them to fetch up to, we'll say 1,000 bread. We'll store 1,000 bread here, because we're going to grow our population here pretty quickly. We probably need a little... Oh, shit. There's no janitor back there. Fuck. Oh, you can see these buildings are falling apart. Completely falling apart because there's no janitor in this neighborhood here. So... that's not good. That's not good. Really can't forget to be putting janitors. I'm just gonna put it here, or here maybe. So let's dig into mountain. There. Oh, we have no odd jobbers. I'm gonna just sell some stuff here. I see we're back at it. How's the old city-state building going? OBP Super Gamer, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I picked up the same save as yesterday, and I'll give you a little bit of an update, actually. I picked up the same save as yesterday, and because the game is going to, like, he's going to be updating it. He announced on the Discord server he's going to be, like, doing a major update. Not a major update, but, like, he's going to be kind of finalizing the current update that's in beta patches right now, and he's basically, there's going to be some save breaking stuff. So this, I want to see how far we can get on this save, because, you know, we won't be able to play it afterwards. Which is fair. I think it's good that he announces these things, you know, a day or two before. He knows he's gonna basically break the game with an update, or break your save files with an update. But yeah, so basically, I think as of yesterday, we had just built this little village here, and I've built these fortifications around the edge of it, because probably gonna get attacked at some point. Yeah, our raid chance is slowly going up. I built these kind of rudimentary fortifications so that we can put some archers on our walls. We're training some archers up here. And we've started to delve into the mountain and mine some ore and coal to make metal, which is allowing us to kind of upgrade a lot of our production lines and really increase our productivity. Taking the same number of workers and... Hey, why is nobody going for this job? Because they're like, oh, because they're cutting a bunch of wood, basically. Okay, well, let's stop cutting wood, guys. Stop cutting wood. Go and dig into my mountain for me, please. So my population's going up reasonably quickly at this point. Thankfully, the food supply is so far keeping up. Mostly because we're going to start using the metal and stuff like that to upgrade everything. It's not, I mean, honestly, in terms of like losing saves because of updates and stuff like that, you're absolutely right. It is necessary to progress the state of the game. And also, the other thing I would say is that this game kind of has a sort of, I don't know, a kind of roguelike quality in the sense that, like, it's not, you know, obviously you can spend a lot of time building like a really amazing city on this tile, but like, you know, it's not like you're building on a huge canvas or anything like that. So it's, I don't know, it's kind of fun to restart and try different strategies and stuff like that. It's sort of, you're trying different builds, you know, to get to the same place. So I really don't mind. I tend to restart a lot of games anyway. Especially when I'm learning a game. So I'm playing a new game like this, and a game that's like actively being developed. I actually kind of enjoy the restarts. Yeah, so anyway, we're getting a pretty healthy supply of metal. I think it's going to be time to start getting some smiths and stuff. Let's do... Do I want to do smithing? No, I think I might want to do more research. Kind of max this out, actually, or almost, with the workforce that we have. We're probably going to need some more housing, I think, soon. Maybe not. Looks like we've got what we need for now. Now, a few things we're going to want to do here. We could build a road out to this stone mine there, although it's not going to be super efficient. Frankly, we might want to wait for machinery for that. Machinery should be a priority. We could also get weapons and build an army. I'd rather avoid doing that. I'd rather just use archers to defend the city for now. I'm going to avoid building the army any bigger because I want to show you guys what the combat looks like. And unfortunately, to do that at this stage in the game, we're going to have to wait to be attacked. So there's not really a way for me to... I don't have a way to supply an army on the world map right now. I don't really have the resources to do that. So rather than sending an army out to invade someone... Oh, let's finish this road here. Rather than sending an army out to invade someone, I would rather... wait to be attacked and use my kind of defensive position here. Is there a way to use the river for transportation? Unfortunately not. This game, other than on the world map, there are kind of boats that move around doing trade on the world map and stuff like that, but they're mostly decorative for the time being. I believe I read somewhere in one of his kind of developer diary type documents that, you know, some kind of boat water transportation is in the works eventually. They do go swimming in the river, but no, there's no boats right now. I would love for there to be boat launches and ferries and, you know, just various, and then, you know, I mean, hell, I would love for you to be able to have like a fucking navy. I mean, I think it'd be super cool. I think it'd be super easy to implement on the world map, have some kind of like, you know, manpower and capital intensive navy construction that would allow you to kind of disproportionately exert influence on the world map. I think that would be very, very cool. Nothing beats a city-state with a strong navy, right? Okay, so we're not going to go for the stone. We're really going to focus on, we have all the ingredients here for metal production, so I think we're really just going to focus on that. We got to unlock the smithy again here because I unresearched it. Yeah, I would like to have boats for sure. You know, I always like having. Thinking of ferrying the stone from the quarry to the city. That's such a great idea. Like barges to move things. We can research down here. There's a technology. These are some really interesting technologies here. Like this one is, okay, that's administration. That's kind of a late game thing. Here we've got like spoilage. Spoilage, which reduces the amount of your resources that spoil kind of globally. Here we've got maintenance, which basically reduces the workload of your janitors who are repairing your buildings constantly. And then we've got trade negotiations that increase the prices you're able to get when you sell things. Here we can build stone roads, which allow for faster movement speed, and they also degrade less quickly, I think. And then you've got logistics, which increases carry capacity. And then you've got transports, which allows you to build these kind of cart-based transports. So there are kind of like more advanced ways to transport larger amounts of material. But no, unfortunately, there's no like barges. I think, yeah, barges would be really, really cool. I would love to see that. Could be kind of cool too, because like, I would imagine that the barges, like, it'd be really cool. I mean, God, if you really wanted to go all out, you could make the river have like a, like flow in a certain direction. So you'd have a downstream and an upstream, and like the barges would move faster in one direction than another. So maybe they would be like slower than some of the road transportation, depending on what direction you were moving, but like they would carry bigger quantities or something. I don't know. Be interesting. Of course, carrying stone on a barge is not the easiest thing to do, I imagine. You know. Okay, we're getting a smith here. We're getting a smith. I think we're going to go smithy, and then we're going to go straight to machinery. Just get fully upgrade. We have enough clothing now. That's good. Do I have enough research here? I must. Come on. It's slowly ticking up here. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's smithy. Yeah, I mostly like to build by rivers because they offer the opportunity for farming, and they provide a natural defensive barrier. But yeah, no, it'd be cool too if you could build like transport boats and stuff like that. Rivers should also have different depths in different areas. Yeah, well, they do already. There's two depths. There's shallow water and deep water. Shallow water they can kind of wade into. Deep water they can't cross. So they can do a little bit of swimming. They kind of swim in the shallow water, but they don't. They can't swim across the river. Yeah, you can see there's two different depths of river here. I think he's deliberately avoided dealing with any kind of height map thing here, which I think is reasonable. I don't think, you know, I kind of feel like this game works very well in 2 dimensions, and it would be risky to try and like put a 3rd dimension on it, if you know what I mean. In terms of like adding a height map to the maps and stuff like that. I kind of feel like, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to it, but I'm gonna go for a small smithy for now because I don't want to use up all our metal. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I feel like that would be a good update to like really wait on, you know, not do until everything else in the game is like adding a whole dimension would be, I don't know. Okay, so we need more workers here. Let's get some more Dondorians. They are the best craftsmen, and we're probably a bit short on them right now. I'm just gonna put maybe 2 of them. I don't want to use all of my metal to how much metal am I producing? 9, and now I'm using 2. Oh, it uses metal and coal to make tools. There we go. We're starting to get tools. Now, there's a few things we can do with tools. Tools are really cool. Tools you distribute out to all of your industries to increase their productivity. And some industries benefit more from them than others. So you can this is how many tools you can distribute out to various industries here. So I'm going to start by distributing tools out to my coal mines, my ore mines. And that's going to increase them, I think, by, I don't know, is that 12%? I'm not sure. We'll find out. And then my metal smelter. And then my smithies. Which, you know, they're going to make tools, basically. Which is kind of interesting to think about. But you can see some of these industries really benefit a lot from tools. And we'll slowly give tools to all of our industries. But let's start with the industries. We're gonna make tools to help us make tools faster first, and then we're gonna use the extra tools that we make to, you know. Anyway, I don't know if that makes sense. I've got odd jobbers here. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's time to defend our city. So basically the way that in the early game, the sort of early game combat happens, for the most part, is people come and ask you for protection money. So, hello friend, we are a band of noble people keeping the peace in the region of Jasiket, which I guess is some neighboring region. As you know, there are evil forces out in the world bent on destruction and conquest. We, however, are lovers of peace and would like to offer our protective services, but soldiers have to eat, so we kindly ask you to ship us 10,237 denarii and let's say 10% of your goods in order for us to keep the peace. It's quite the bargain. We await your reply and looking forward to hearing from you within 4 days. Our scouts report these people have a force somewhere around 23 soldiers with 10% training and 10% equipment. So this is a very weak force. Should be pretty easy for us to repel. We've got 20 archers. We could probably beat their soldiers with 10 archers because their training sucks. They will train a bit though before they attack. You're gonna have 4 days to kind of prepare, which is the equivalent of a season in this game. So we could pay up, and sometimes when I play the game, I actually just pay the ransom. I focus entirely on like production, and I just pay the ransom. I just pay for protection until I've built up like a pretty substantial economy, at which point I shift a lot of my excess resources into making a strong military and kind of switch gears into not paying. They'll usually take quite a lot of your money though. So basically, if you're gonna pay for protection, you're gonna put the bulk of your income into just paying for protection. And that's not the end of the world. Sometimes it's worth it. But I want to show you guys the combat. So we're gonna decline this offer. And we're gonna actually, that was an auto save, but we're gonna actually do a quick save, maybe an actual hard save here. Wininia, what a terrible name. Someone's got to come up with a name for this fucking town. Although, because of the update, it's not going to be long for this world one way or another. So I'll show you how the combat works. It's very, very simple, but it's also pretty cool. And I feel like he's probably going to add to it and make it a little bit more complex in later patches. But for the time being, it's a remarkably simple combat. Like, it's not a super combat-focused game. It's more about supplying the army than it is about actually kind of ordering the army around. So at this point, we're basically just... excuse me. Sorry. At this point, we're basically going to just wait for them to come to us. We've built these defensive walls with these little turrets that we can stick our archers in, and wherever they come at us from, we're protected to the west by the mountains. They could, I suppose, technically sneak through these tunnels and try and attack us from behind, but I'm not too worried about that. We do have a road into the mountains, so we kind of can use our interior lines to defend if that's the case. I could also block this tunnel here. That might be smart. I think, yeah, they could come through here. I don't really think it's worth doing, to be honest. We could build a little gate here. That might be smart. Let's do that. We've got 4 months before their attack actually starts. So we've actually got a fair amount of wood and stone here, and we've got some excess metal. So yeah, let's just kind of, to be safe here, build. We could just fill in the mountain here. We could basically just collapse in these tunnels so that they don't. Oh no, not like that. Just gonna build. No. Wait, can I not build? That's annoying. You can't build walls inside a mountain. Interesting. Okay, well then that's fine. We will build. I guess you can only refill mountain caves. So what we'll do is we'll do something like this, and then unfortunately the gatehouses can't be diagonal, so I have to build a little L-shaped thing there. Oh wait, we might as well do the other one up here. Yeah, that'll be a little gate there, and then we can build another gate. Are we going to be going up this way? Probably. Yeah. Actually, it might be worth going up this way to get to the... Not really, actually. It's probably faster to go this way. I don't know. But anyway, we'll just gate this off for now. We can kind of collapse that tunnel in, and then build another little wall. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. Don't do it there. We can collapse it in here, and then build a wall there with a little gatehouse there. If I don't put gatehouses, they can get stuck on the other side. Gatehouses allow our citizens to pass. Here we go. Just a small wall, so that if they decide foolishly to, oh yeah, we gotta block it off here too. Yeah, we gotta block it off here too. If they decide to, they decide to attack us through the caves here, which they could, we'll at least have time while they're trying to break through the... what they'll do is they'll start trying to cut through the mountain and figure out a way to get in, basically. And while they're doing that, we will have time to get troops there. So it's not really to protect us completely. It's more to slow them down. Okay, I've got 9 odd jobbers. Put a couple more in research here. I'm gonna want to start to take advantage of this metal that we have to upgrade some of our industries, or I go straight for machinery. That might be the smart move. No, because we need to actually research these upgrades before we can do that. Yeah, so we could go for... I think a bakery upgrade would be the smartest move next. Or we go for machinery and go for the metal smelter upgrade right away. Or we could upgrade our laboratories. That's probably the smartest move at this point. Okay, hello again. You must have forgotten to pay. Very unwise. Never mind. We will now have to come and collect what is owed ourselves. I will see you soon. I don't know if the author of... I don't know if the developer of this game, his first language is English. I'm not sure. I have a suspicion that not, because there's some weird kind of phrasing in some of it, but it's not. It's cute. I like it. The rebel army has spawned in the region of Jassiket. Deal with them before they have time to equip themselves. So basically, you're given an opportunity here to... Let's go to the world map here. Where is Jassiket? It's probably a neighboring region. Wait, Jassiket. Yeah. So it's immediately to the north here. So we should be able to see an army actually. Be able to see an army on the map here, probably. That's an army that's not attacking us, thankfully, because it's a rather large army. There's our little burg. I don't see an army though. It's interesting. Maybe it hasn't appeared yet. Let's just run the clock forward a bit. Oh, that's a caravan. Don't see an army. Interesting. I wonder whether it's... Oh, no, that's not an army. Some Cantor shrines and stuff. Oh, there's the army. See, so there's their little tiny force that's coming to attack us. The way that the combat is designed in this game is it kind of scales up with the size of your city. So this is a very, very small group of you know, a small band of men who are coming to try and take our stuff, and they're about to learn the hard way. Oh, you know what I need to build? Damn it, I forgot. Fuck. Okay, we need to do this really fast. We need a dungeon. We should be able to build it by the time the battle ends. I've got odd jobbers. Yeah, okay, let's just build it close to the main town here. I'm gonna build a dungeon so that... Do I have access to dungeons yet? Oh, I don't. Unlocked with sheriff. How much population do I need for dungeon? 150. Okay, let's just do that now. Let's just grab... Like, just let a bunch of immigrants into the city, get to that population. Gonna cause some housing issues and stuff, but... Take everyone who wants to come and live here so I can get to that population. That's a bit risky because of food production stuff, but... Okay, let's... The army will be here soon, but they're not going to attack right away. There we go, sheriff. Okay, so now we've unlocked... Now we have unlocked... this gives us plus 10% bartering, plus 3% happiness. Is it preemptively attack the encampment before they launch their offensive? Yeah, you can. I could send an army out. I don't really have the technology to do that. Like, you need to have army supply depots. You need to be able to supply an army on the map and stuff like that. And you need to send them with a bunch of resources. But I could preemptively attack the army while it's on its way, and they will be a little bit weaker. On the other hand, because my army isn't really designed to go kind of campaigning like that, I'm better to just wait until they get here. So for the time being, I want to build a dungeon like right away. I want to build a dungeon right away because I want to be able to take prisoners, basically. I can't take prisoners if I don't have a dungeon. So I like to build mine as early as possible. And we're going to put it in a fairly central area here. But we want to be able to expand it, so, because, you know, we may end up wanting quite a large dungeon. I like to build dungeons in the mountain. I just like the idea of having, like, this, like, horrible dungeon that's built in a mountain, but instead, let's just build it on this road here. We want infrastructure, law, dungeon, and we're just going to build a reasonably small one. We'll build it out of wood because, yeah, because we've got a fair amount of wood. We're not gonna go crazy here, just a small-ish dungeon. We don't need a huge number of cells either. I kind of want to take prisoners and possibly force them to be my slaves and have them work in my coal mines, because nobody likes working in a coal mine. And frankly, if you attack me, the punishment is you get sent to the coal mines. Pretty sure that's reasonable, you know. I know in today's times we have a more fair approach to justice than send you to the coal mines, but it's the Middle Ages. Yes. Okay, capital under siege. So now they're basically laying siege to the city, which means that we're not going to be able to like trade with the outside. There, you can see their... Where is their army? I guess it doesn't really show it on the world map. Okay, this dungeon's definitely going to be done. Actually built it a bit bigger than I needed. Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. Loyalty is decreasing. That's not good. We don't want that. We don't want that. Why are you guys unhappy? Let's see here. I'm just gotta figure out what's going on here. We've got enough food. Oh, there's some people who are homeless. That's not helping. We could build another lavatory for these guys. Mostly, like, I'll wait until they actually approach the city, then I'll deploy my troops and send them out. I don't really need to, like, send the army out right now. It's just gonna take up more resources. They might as well train a little bit more before we send them out. Okay, let's find out who's homeless. Look here. 2 tilapis. Okay, the tilapis are mostly, I think, in this area. So yeah, we should probably just add some housing in here. Yeah. Okay, let's build a row of housing up here. Might as well just keep building stuff while we wait for them to attack. Not going to put everything on hold just because a band of fools. Might as well build a fair amount of housing here. Going a bit slower speed just so I don't... It'll pause before when they actually approach the city. Is that enough housing? It should be. I don't know why. Is it because they're odd jobbers? I've got 46 odd jobbers. Jesus Christ. Okay, we can definitely increase the number of workers in here. 6 tilapis. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There, that should do it. I've got 24 humans, 12 Garthemi, and 4 Dondorians. Okay, have we maxed out this baker? Yes, we have. We've maxed out this. Okay. Now we should think about maybe making some... Oh yeah, we're gonna need more tailors for sure. Max out that tailor for now. We're only gonna need one jailer here, turnkey, I guess they're called, for our prison. Yeah, it is possible to preemptively attack them before they lay siege to your city. But it's in our case, I don't think it's going to be advantageous to do so. Actually, second here. Okay. All right. What was I doing? I'm trying to keep these people happy here. Well, none of them are homeless. So I don't know why these tilapis can't seem to find themselves a home. I just built tons. But, wait a second. We can double check here and make sure. Available. Oh, there's only 7 homes available. Sure what this is saying here. Housed, available housing 13, total housing 28. I don't quite understand why how that number could be lower than that number. Or is some of my housing still pre-assigned? Double check here. I'm looking forward to this battle. I just want to don't want anyone to like starve or riot while we're in the middle of a battle, so the least we can do is make sure that people are housed. I don't know. Oh, I understand why. It's because the races won't share housing, basically. The different races won't share housing. They do not like to live in the same house together, because they just live with different stuff. They have different furniture. Some of them live in like clay furniture and stuff like that. Some of them use wood, and they don't live together. So I want to make these guys happier because they're just not so super happy. What can I do to do that? Don't really want to give them out any stuff because I want to use that stuff for... Could give these guys some clay. They like to have clay in their homes. Clay furniture, I guess. But I don't know. They don't like their jobs. That's probably why they're not happy. Yeah, they're probably doing all the mining, and they don't really like mining, so we're gonna have to give them something. Maybe how many of these guys are Garthemi? 2 of them. Coal mine is like people's least favorite job, basically. They have an eatery. They have a lavatory. There's only 2 living there. Where are they all living? Is there a way I can filter? I feel like there's a way I can filter the view here, so I can see where all of the Garthemi are at. I don't know if there's a way to do that. Filter, none, age. Trying to find various ways to get information here quickly. I'm just gonna have to figure out where they're living. I mean, we can see where they're living because their housing, their housing tends to look a little bit different. So there's a lavatory and an eatery there. Go out here. There's only like 5 of them living there. 2 of them living there, and they have access to. They don't have access to the eatery and the lavatory, but that's just not necessary. We can just look at some of these numbers here. I don't think this is going to get much better, frankly. Wells, meals, lavatories. Proximity 94%, access 86%. Let's just make sure that these are well maintained. Auto-employ. This one's not auto-employed. I don't think we need more than that. Maybe we give them another service. What else can we build for them? Could maybe get a graveyard going. I just don't want to put a lot of tech points into this category for the time being. Okay, you know what? We're going to give them clay. We're going to just give them clay for their homes. I think that's going to be easier. We have a large excess of clay that we're not using for anything. We've just been selling it, but it's not really worth very much money. And they want, if we max this out, they want 112 clay for their homes, which is going to make them very, very happy. And that's going to make sure that they don't riot or leave or anything like that. They're probably also unhappy because their homes are made of wood. Oh, that slaver's able to come during the siege. Technically, we're under siege right now, but at least we have 36 days of food. Okay. Excuse me. So a host of 22 men have been seen gathering north of the city, preparing an assault. Muster your forces and fight them. If they reach the throne, it is all over. Basically, that's how the game works. My throne is actually sitting out in a field right now, which is kind of stupid, frankly, but it doesn't really matter because the reality is if they breach these walls and they kill all my men, then there's nothing that can stop them from getting to the throne. Anyway, let's drop a quick save now. I find it's really worth... you know, I mean, whether you want to save scum in these games or not is like kind of very much your, you know, your prerogative. God, I'm wasting so many workers. I could be doing so much stuff. It's kind of your prerogative whether you, you know, save scum in this game or not. But one thing I will say is if you get attacked and they like destroy your whole city, or not destroy your whole city, they kill all of your soldiers, like, you're gonna have a huge population drop. Some of your citizens are gonna get killed and stuff like that, and it's not gonna be particularly easy to recover from that. So you may or may not want to... save before that, especially if you've become really attached to your city. I've had a few games where it's basically, it's not a game over, but it's like they just, your whole workforce is so kind of damaged by the battle that you end up just kind of really falling behind. Anyway, that's how I feel. We need some more housing here, too. By this bakery. I'm just noticing that there's people who are having trouble finding housing, so maybe we'll put a little bit over here, too. Just spread the housing around. That we've got way more housing than we actually need, but might as well scale it up, and that way, as we scale up the population, they'll have somewhere to live. And we have a lot of odd jobbers right now doing nothing, so... And the town is kind of gradually filling out nicely, I'd say. Right, so, well, shit, I gotta deploy those troops. I almost forgot to. If you don't deploy your troops in a timely manner, get kind of screwed. So we've got an army here. We've got these 2 divisions. One is better trained than the other. Did I? Oh, no. Oh, man. I know what I did. I did something stupid here. Fuck. I did not train one of these divisions. Sucks. That really sucks. Oh well, they're gonna suck, but we have 10 good ones. We should be okay. I forgot to switch up. Like, these guys are set on the default things. It's fucking annoying. Damn, that's really annoying. I knew there was something wrong there. Okay, well, we've got these crack archers, and then we've got like kind of bad archers. So they're coming from the north apparently. So let's just set up. Let's set up some archers in this tower here. Now, we don't know. They could be attacking on this side of the river, too. So maybe we'll set up the other ones over here. And then muster everyone. So they will go to that destination. That's really sloppy of me. Hopefully... Are they moving? Is it happening? Supposed to be mustered. Where are they? Where are they? Is there a way to, like, center on them? Oh, I guess they're not in a unit yet. Oh, yeah, there they go. There's one of the units are marching out here. I don't see the men deployed yet. It'll tell you when the enemy army actually deploys. But yeah, and then what we'll do is, if they attack on this side of the river, on the east side of the river, we'll take these troops and move them over there. And if they attack on the west side of the river, we'll take these troops and move them over there. So let's just kind of wait and see now. Okay, the enemy are deploying their troops. May the gods help us. Okay, so where are they coming from? Ah, they're coming on that side. Okay, so which division is this? That's it. Okay, so we might as well... I think they're very unlikely to cross the river. Is there even a crossing? They could technically cross out into the middle here, but I don't really see them doing that, so... And we would probably have time to respond to that. Okay. Right, I can see them coming this way. Are they gonna do artillery? They'll probably slow down the... Okay. Oh yeah, they're setting up artillery here. Yeah, okay, alright. Let's take a little advance guard here and go forward and just prevent them from setting up that artillery. It's a little bit weird how the artillery works right now. It's like they... Are these the shitty troops or the good troops? These are the good ones. Okay. The other ones are not properly trained. They have a ridiculously long range, these Tilapia archers. They can shoot like 2 kilometers. It's ridiculous. When they're fully trained. Okay, shoot them. Shoot them! Just go fire at will. I think that should work. And if I fuck this battle up, we'll just redo it. I can't believe I screwed up that training. That sucks. Are they shooting these guys or what? There's a real glitch with these guys who come out for the artillery. For some reason I can't seem to attack them. Oh. Ugh. I don't know what's going on here. There's a weird glitch where they don't seem to be able to... Yeah, okay. They're running away now. I don't want them to set up that artillery. I don't think they have any melee weapons, though, so I don't really see how they're going to destroy that artillery. I'm not sure. Reloading, accuracy, 94%, range, 156. I'm gonna need some melee troops. Unfortunately. Can I... I'm gonna measure the distance here. I'm kind of curious as to how this artillery works. 100 and... Oh, they can't even hit... Oh wait, no. Yes, they can. Yeah, they can hit all the way back here. Interesting. Well, I don't know. I can't seem to be able to get... There's a glitch right now where it's like I can't get the... I can't get my troops to fire on individual soldiers. You can only get them to fire on a unit. These guys seem to be like individual soldiers. I'm not sure why. But anyway, there's more troops coming down here, so we better stop this nonsense with the catapults and just kind of retreat back to this tower. Don't know why they're not shooting those men they're supposed to be. There's some glitches with the combat that clearly need to be worked on a bit, but okay, don't do that. No. Up in the tower. Thank you. And I think they should be able to shoot fire at will. Are they just gonna wait there? Maybe they're waiting while they think their catapult's gonna fire or something. I don't know what's going on here. I'm not sure how the catapults work, but I'm not seeing anyone getting hit by them, so... Are they already in range? I want to make sure that they can actually fire over the wall. It's clearly an intended function, yeah. I've noticed that I don't seem to be able to do it. I seem to be able to only attack units, but... I don't know if they're going to actually Shoot these guys or what? Oh, there's guys coming closer up to the wall. Shit. Oh, fire rate unit. Thank you. Oh, why are they... They don't seem to be... Like they're going outside the fucking door to shoot at them. I don't understand. It's like they can't... They don't seem to be able to properly shoot from this tower that I've built. I don't know why they've gone down there. Maybe they can't shoot over one another or something, or the towers aren't wide enough. Well, kind of defeats the purpose of having archers if they're going to go out the gate. It's definitely not perfect, this system, but kind of hoping this tower thing would work. I'm going to have to build the towers bigger, I think. Something is clearly... They should be able to shoot them, though. They really should. I think that artillery is working. I think we're going to lose this battle, actually, to be honest. Yeah, they're not seeming to be able to fire over from the towers for whatever reason. They're also not... They're having trouble getting through this gate. Okay, well, I managed to scatter those guys. I'm going to have to rebuild these fortifications. They're clearly not big enough for them to move around in. So we're just going to have to go out and shoot them from out here. It's weird. It's like they... Why are they moving in on them? Like, stop what you're doing and attack. I've had this work quite well before, actually. I'm a bit surprised at how badly this is working right now. I might not be using it as intended, but... Like, it says they have more range. Yeah. Okay, interesting. Well, I don't know what happened there. I just kind of zoomed through it because I was tired of, like, watching the men dick around, basically. But, it says, our men have prevailed and our foe is beaten. Rejoice. They don't seem to have killed any of our men either, have they? Right, so I'll take the prisoners. 18 survivors can be turned into prisoners. Yep. Okay. And that's the battle. So we're going to unmuster our men. We seem to have just killed enough of them that they ran away. Kind of annoying, though. Did they destroy any of my fortifications? Not really. I don't know what they were using that catapult for. And they didn't seem to have killed anyone. Some of these guys really were not trained properly, so their range is super low. I don't think they had as much weaponry as I was hoping they would have, but we'll be much better armed for next battle. And I've got to figure out what the hell's going on with these walls. It's almost like I don't know whether they have a thing where they don't want to fire over their own archers or something, but I think we're definitely going to have to widen these walls and give them more space to maneuver up there, because I have a feeling there's some kind of pathfinding error related to the fact that they you know, didn't seem to be able to target to shoot at the enemy. God damn it, no. I want capital view. Okay, where are all those soldiers? I want to see here. Some of these are probably going to die. Some of them probably got hit by something. 70-year-old? Wow, okay. Well, 70-year-old archer. Huh. None of them seem to have been injured. I guess I find archers are very good in the early game because you can usually kill all of your enemies before they get to you. Okay, that's what I want to do. I want to look at these guys. Did anybody get hurt? Doesn't look like it. Who knows? Who knows? Right, so I don't know how many guys we killed. We clearly killed some. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. They'll bury them in the mass grave. And we can, so that's a battle. That's how a battle works. That was not, I don't know, I'm finding the archers to be a little bit buggy. We should probably get some infantry. It was not ideal, how all that went down. I was hoping we'd be able to use these towers as intended, but I'm clearly going to have to widen them. It might be the fact that they're circular, something is not working with the game's pathfinding, basically. But I think if I just make them chunkier, with enough room for them to stand, you know, on a wider area here, that might be one way to do it, frankly. We'll see. We shall see, we shall see. In the meantime, though, we can get back to peacefully building our town. Definitely don't need more troops. For now, anyway. And we'll get those guys properly trained with more bows next time. Because I had not even assigned any bows to that one regiment. I forgot to do it. Should have checked that, you know, when I was being attacked. What's going on here? Melee training 5%? I don't understand. Why are they training for melee? I didn't select any melee training. This is also bugged because it says, oh, range training. Okay, good. That's good that he fixed that. Sure. A little bit confused as to how these stats all work and stuff. Yeah, the ability to target individual units is clearly an intended function for sure. And I'm not sure. I feel like it's that the combat aspect is very much a work in progress. It tends to work better when you have like larger armies. I find they just, I don't know. But I'm starting to wonder. I've had this happen a few times where they get confused with fortifications. It's like it's almost like they can't shoot over their own from their own fortifications or whatever. I'm hoping that I can figure out what I'm doing wrong here, or whether the game is just not working properly. Because if you can't shoot over them, then there's no point in having them. That's basically what it comes down to. Oh well, at least nothing got damaged. Nobody got killed. A pathetic attempt to attack us, and we're out of lumber. Probably more than we need. We gotta make sure we keep a stockpile of lumber because, Right, so that worked. We're getting lots of, Garthibi. Who's homeless? But I built all that housing. The hell? Who is homeless? It is a Talapi. Man, there's just so much housing you guys can use. It's because they're odd jobbers. When they're odd jobbers, they seem to really struggle with, finding a home. Yeah, okay, so as soon as I allocated out some jobs there. Okay, we've got a fair amount of research here. What was I going to do again? I think I was going to go for... I'm kind of tempted to go for machinery, but no, it's a lot of research. We could also upgrade our laboratory. How are we doing on tools? We've got extra tools, so let's actually give out tools to the laboratory, because that really increases their productivity. That's not in here. That is tools. There we go. Give out tools to the laboratory. That's a lot of tools, but it's going to take us a while to do all that, but it's going to increase our technology here. We'll just let it gradually increase. So rather than increasing our workforce, we give them tools and we get more work out of the individual workers. I was going to do a bakery upgrade, wasn't I? That being said, we're not really short on bread for the time being. Still got 33 days of food, which is a fair amount. Okay, I've got so many odd jobbers, I just don't even know what to do with them. We're not short on anything except perhaps clothing. And even that we're doing pretty well on. There's other stuff I could do. For sure. But I kind of need to research it. Trying to save my research for the most important stuff. I guess I can just build more services. We're gonna need an eatery. And where's the deposit here? We're gonna need an eatery and a lavatory up here for sure. So let's just put a couple doors in. There we go. And we'll put some services here. Something like this. Actually, we might that was not a bad idea. We can let them pass through these on either side. Might as well build it fairly large, because I think that gem mine, we're going to employ a lot of people in it. So there we go. Here's an eatery. And let's do a lavatory now. Something like that. Perhaps we can link the two like that. Oh wait, we don't want to do it that way. Green. Right. Oh, we've got more than enough. There we go, 42%. That's good enough for now. We'll put a door on this. And yeah, I might make that accessible from behind as well. And yeah, we're gonna gem mining would be another good option. Some cool shit we can do with gems, selling them, and also we can have a nobility if we want, which gives us other bonuses. Not a bad idea. Population, we can start increasing our population quite quickly at this point. Get rid of this overlay, thank you. Okay. There we go. What's our raid chance? Should be quite low, but it'll start going up again. Yeah, we're gonna get raided again soon, for sure. Okay, this should be auto-employ 1. Auto-employ... Oh, auto-employ that as well. Jesus. Okay, there we go. There we go. No way we need 4 plumbers in there. Okay. This workload 100, but that workload will go down in a bit. Okay. So that's gonna help. Definitely needed that. Our research is gonna slowly start ticking up, because you can look here. 173% is our modifier so far. So we get 1.25 because we have all humans researching. And then we have 22% from tools. And then a little bit from education, which we don't really have. I guess that's just the base amount you get from education. And yeah, so this is slowly ticking up. We're getting more and more research per person, just by virtue of increasing those efficiencies. Need to expand the road network at some point, but for now, I'm not gonna worry about it. Well, or maybe we do. Maybe we do, because I'm waiting on research before I can actually put most of my population to work, so yeah, I will actually put some roads in where people are traveling. That fine. Everything else is actually pretty well. Expand that road. Very cool. I guess I might as well just build a road here too. It's not really necessary yet, but it's going to become necessary soon enough. Start filling this into. This is kind of an interesting way to do things. Like, you take the paths they're already traveling on and you fill in the stuff. You fill it in with building and stuff like that. Yep. Yep. Okay. Good. extreme temperatures, but I think we have enough hearths and wells and stuff to keep everyone warm or cold as needed. Okay. Just extra stones sitting around that we're not using. I don't really want to build out of stone right now. What do we want to do next? What do we want to do next? We definitely want to think about increasing the food supply. Who have we got as odd jobbers? 10 Garthemis and 19 humans. Okay. We don't really need anyone else mining. Garthemi are good at mining. What we could do is get a Balticrawler breeder going. And it's probably not a bad thing to do right now. So we're going to go in here. We're going to grab agriculture, husbandry, Balticrawler breeder. And we're going to go up to that. We don't need walls for this. It's just these are these like slug-like creatures that like to live in mountains. And the Garthemi like to trying to use as much of this open space as we can so that I'm not having to dig too much. The Garthemi like to breed them. So is that cutting off my road? It is actually kind of. Well, we're going to adjust that. We're going to take a little bit off here so that we leave a road open. Yeah, like that. And we'll just follow this out like this. Okay, that's good. There's a extra crap here because it's not going to let me build it otherwise. I do need a gate for them to access it. So we're going to have to put that like there maybe. And yeah, it's going to fuck up our road a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to have to hollow out some of this. Put some housing maybe up here for them. Yep. That's going to work for now. Yes. This building is a little bit bugged, actually. It's not really working quite as intended right now, but it does work. It does work. Housing. We need some housing along here. Go for the dormitories still. I need... Oh, no, I want walls in the housing, please. Okay, like that. Why is that being blocked? Oh, it's too close. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Okay, and then trying to leave a wide enough road for them to move through. I'm gonna have to widen all that anyway. I'll make a new path over to this at some point. That's probably fine. Yeah, that's probably fine for now. And it's actually kind of halfway between all of the other amenities, so should be close enough. And that's going to produce meat for us. Clothing supply is doing pretty well. Who died? Somebody was mauled. The hell? Oh, it was probably some crazy person wandering out in the woods. Yeah, they got killed by a wild animal. Oh, I built that over... Oh, a really shitty gem deposit. Okay, well, that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. Yes. Rising temperatures, I know. That's going to be quite a large pasture. Going to produce a lot of meat. We will put all of our Garthemi odd jobbers working for it, so 8 of them will work in this for now. But I do have some... Make sure they're all Garthemis working. Yes. Okay, good. Good. We love. Okay, 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Right. So that's gonna get some meat production going. Put a little bit of meat storage in here so they have somewhere to drag it to, basically. And yeah, so this town is getting to be pretty reasonable size. We defended it from a small raid. think I'm going to finish up this stream at this point, just because I got other stuff I gotta do, unfortunately. But make a few phone calls and such. But I may stream a bit more on this file. We'll see if I have time in the coming days. It does give you a sense of like how you can get to a certain point in this game. A little bit of messy development here. I could have had a more kind of centralized plan for building housing and stuff like that, and but not bad, not a bad little start. We would next get into like machinery and, you know, continuing to do upgrades and stuff like that, and continuing to get more work out of few workers, and before we then balloon the population. I find, you know, if you're getting the most work out of your farms and stuff like that, so that you're not having to use dozens of workers to feed your population and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will definitely be streaming more of this game, and I'm gonna probably, once it gets to closer to a 1.0, I might make actually a tutorial series on it, because I'm enjoying it a lot. It's been a long time since I found a city builder that I just like the way this works. I like this way this works a lot more than a lot of other city builders that have come out recently. I love the graphics. I like the simple approach. He's kept it simple enough that he can make the aspects the complex. He can make some aspects of it complex. That other games would struggle to do because of things like graphics. So, what are you carrying? Earning resources. What are you carrying? Does it say what you're carrying? It looks like bread. Yeah, he's carrying a big old box of bread, probably to this warehouse. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.